we had a Comic-Con two
Oh yes.
weekends ago, and then we got like 6 or 7 DM hits
Oh,
right after that. So it just happened like really fast.
you arrive at the town of Mornbridge, across the very bridge which is named for. It's named for the groans that the wind makes as it passes through the bridge. It sounds like the groans of the dying. You pass through the jungle without issue, and you arrive at early evening, late afternoon. Where would you guys like to go?
Is there an obvious community hub?
There are 3 taverns that you're aware of. There's the 3 of varying quality, and there is a town square.
Okay. What do you say we go to the lower quality tavern? That's usually where you're gonna find some information.
Works for me. I'm fairly broke too, so
You have done your scouting well, and you know of the location of the Sleeping Serpent, which is indeed considered the dive bar of the area. The town is on a steady plateau. The eastern edge seems to be the hub of traffic and is where the dive bar is. The western edge is less busy. It's where the nobility tend to hang out. You find the Sleeping Serpent cresting the eastern wall, overlooking the docks. You enter to find a spattering of people involved. It's early evening. Some people have come straight from work and gone to the tavern. Others have gone home. We think that the crowds will come later, but there's a few people, there's a few patrons, and there's the bartender cleaning a glass, looking out, and greet you with the "Hello, new friends." He's a bit of an elderly chap.
I'm just gonna give him a head nod, and I am going to see if I can find anybody who looks a little bit suspicious, as in a little bit more somebody who's like probably a thief that's going to be pickpocketing or something. So just because they're going to see things more.
Well, this is something that you guys are well versed in, being who you are. And so I would say it's possible. It's actually quite easy for you, and you can definitely have experience to help this. So the extra +2 plus your stats. It's going to be a DC 10 with which to be able to find something. A couple of people worth noting. It'll be a DC 15 to be able to get sort of a god's eye view of the entire place. Should you guys want to roll together, of course, with tag team rolls, you can. Since it's Daggerheart.
I'll definitely try to roll. Not too good. That's a 5.
I got a 3.
Oh, a 5 and a 3. And are they with hope? Are they with hope? With fear? What are you saying?
Oh, wait. Because you're supposed to roll both, right?
Yeah, so you roll with your Daggerheart duality dice, you nominate one as hope and one as fear, and you roll them both and add the scores together. And whichever is higher will determine whether you get a hope or a fear.
I am gonna get another set of dice.
No problem. We're all learning Daggerheart together, which we'll explain in very short order.
And I get +2, correct?
An extra +2 plus your modifier.
Yeah, so
For having experience in this sort of infiltration.
Alright, that's a little better. I got an 11 for that one.
Nice.
Well, amazing. It turns what you needed. And did we all get hope or fear?
I got a 10 on my hope and a 5 plus the fear.
So I got a 3 on the fear and I say 11? Yeah, 11 on my hope.
So we both we both succeeded with hope, which is a great start for you guys. Yeah, remember, whenever you roll, whichever one is higher, you need to get a hope or a fear. I get the fear, you guys get the hope. So you can spend your hope to do extra things, like extra on your turn, things like that. Well, you guys both passed the threshold of 15 to be able to get essentially all of the information in the tavern. So what you see with all you is a couple of people who seem to be families, just having a conversation amongst themselves. You see one or two people who have come there alone and are looking around for some trouble. And you see a group of people at the back who all seem to be wearing similar but not identical clothing. Patchwork shirt and trousers. And they seem to be talking amongst themselves in hushed tones.
Do the people, the couple of people, do they look like they're spoiling for a fight, or do they look like they're trying to get into mischief?
With your 15, you feel like they're looking to get up to mischief.
Okay.
And there's a group who are keeping themselves to themselves, talking in hushed voices. And good evening, good buddies, and welcome to Daggerheart. Welcome to the second episode of the Q&Play with my friends at the Theatre of Dice. We have Aaliyah.
Hello.
And we have Naxia.
How you doing?
And who are you guys playing today?
I am playing Elora Rumil.
And I am playing her brother Silver.
Well, we have a pair of siblings today, which is awesome. And since it is indeed our first encounter, as you guys try to find information about this, which will start the questions as well, if that's okay with you guys.
Yep.
So my first question is a simple one to both of you. If you could be any race or class or species or whichever from any of your favorite TTRPGs, which would you like to be in real life and why?
To be honest, I'm already playing my favorite race and my favorite class. I love playing rogue type characters. It's just
nice.
Easy, I guess, for me. I'm not sure. It's my thing.
Because you're a ruthless criminal of the highest order of God.
Mentally.
Yeah, I joke, I jest.
I don't know what I would want to be if I had to be it forever. But if I could try it out, I think I would want to be a Goliath. And
nice.
Some sort of paladin or maybe a barbarian, something strong and, like really steady. I'm tiny in real life, so it would be a nice change for a while.
Excellent. I love both of those. For me, I do love an elf as well. It's just sort of human, but better, isn't it? And that's absolutely fine. I think I would like to be a druid. I quite like the outdoors, and the idea of just transforming into different things and accomplishing different goals sounds like a good time. How did the two of you come to work together? You spawned out of a D&D group in the past, is that correct?
We did.
Yes, we had a group that just did not go very well.
The group itself was fine. Like the players that were hanging out together were fun and engaging for the most part. But we had a bad DM. And I don't mean like just railroady or, just the play style, but he was like screaming and swearing at the players and trying to push romantic entanglements between PCs where we weren't comfortable with it.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah. And so when he had to switch his timing of when he could run a game, we kind of all looked at each other and went, hey, do you want to keep playing together? And
nice.
Just like cut out that experience entirely.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. But also terrible, the guy.
Yeah, we just vibed so well that it wasn't even like, let me think about it. It was like, yeah.
Yeah, we're just waiting for someone to say, let's do it, and then we did.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't get why people have to push romantic entanglements in D&D, because you literally wouldn't do that in real life. You get arrested, I'm assuming.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and so why do people feel obliged to do that in games? I don't understand.
Yeah, I've had a lot of games that a lot of DMs were like that. So now I just play asexual characters. I don't even have romantic relationships.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a space for it, because people have done it and it's been very effective and stuff and creates good characters, but you don't want to force it on anyone. And like you say, if you don't want to be involved in it, you don't have to be involved in it. You can just say, this is not my game. I want to play some heroic fantasy and slay monsters and steal big bags of gold. I don't want to have to enter into things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially not with people we don't know well. Like,
yeah.
Exactly. However, there is a very, very handsome stranger in the bar. No, I'm joking. And you guys, the Theatre of Dice, if I'm not mistaken, are an LLC. What was the sort of the process involved in going public? Or, well, not public, but being a company?
So we ran games for about a year before we started looking into becoming an LLC. And it just felt like the next step. I've taken a lot of business courses, and I have a certificate in entrepreneurship.
Nice.
And it's just like, for liability's sake, it's just that extra step. And especially since we're a partnership and it's not just one person doing everything, it really made sense to form an LLC.
Codify everything in what everyone's responsible for. That's awesome. Yeah. Wow. I'm proud of you guys for getting together and getting that done.
Thank you.
That's the long-term plan, but we'll get there. Thank you very much. And with that round of questions, we go back to the Sleeping Serpent, where you guys have surveyed the scene and found a couple of people around the side looking for mischief, and a group seemed to be some sort of faction at the back, huddled in close.
I'm going to sit somewhat close to the faction in the back, not next to them. Like, I don't want to draw attention to how close I am, but just far enough away that I can kind of overhear what's going on, but without drawing a ton of attention to myself. Yeah.
And with your enhanced elven perception and natural inclinations to roguishness, I feel like that wouldn't be a problem for you. You wouldn't even have to have a roll. You could pick up a position where you hear odd things. Obviously, if you want to lean in close, we might need a roll for that. But if you want to just pick up bits of information. Naxi, what would you like to be doing?
I am going to essentially do the same thing, but on the other side, so we kind of box them in. And I'm just going to I'm definitely going to lean in.
Excellent. So I would think, because you guys are so experienced in this sort of thing, I would give you advantage on that. And I believe the way that works in Daggerheart is just an extra flat d6 as opposed to a reroll, if I'm not mistaken, with my rules learning. So you can go ahead and make a roll again. Let me know if you get hope or fear. I'm going to say it's the same sort of DC 10 to hear of some stuff, DC 15 if you want to hear the whole conversation, and add a D6.
So I'm not leaning in. Do you want me to roll?
If you're not leaning in, we'll see if he passes or succeeds first, and I'll give you the bare bones information.
I got a 15 for hope and 10 for fear.
So that's a success with hope again. Yeah.
I thought this was going to be a little bit more hard.
Yeah. Are you guys rolling 2d12? Yeah. Or you? Yeah. So did you roll like pretty much max on one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the hope as well. That's awesome. The luck will turn in my favor at some point, I'm sure. But for now, that's okay. So, you hear them. You hear them talking about some plans they have, some big score on the horizon. seem to be quite happy about. Next you hear one of them seems to have some sort of leader position, the smallest of the crew. Talks in a very soft voice, but as you lean in and your pointed elven ears pick up, saying, "We already have it. It's already in motion. We'll be at the island. We're shipping out tonight."
Do I have the idea of what the item would be? Is it the item that we are looking for?
Indeed, it is the item that you're looking for. Would you like to describe what you're looking for to the viewers?
Yeah, so we are looking for a special breastplate from our father that belonged to him. He was the highest order of our group. So my brain's like falling apart right now.
It's early morning for you.
Yeah, so he's the highest order of the Trinity Syndicate, which I'm a part of.
Nice.
And it's more of, it's nothing too special, but it's more like an heirloom of, if you're the leader, this is what you wear.
Yeah.
And Silver wants to be that, for sure.
Wonderful. Big plans for Silver. Love it. So that's the information you have currently. I'll just pause before we ask our second round of questions, if that's okay. It's a bit more TTRPG specific now. What comes first for you when you're planning a new campaign? Do you start with a setting, a story, a BBEG, and work backwards? What's the processes for you guys when planning?
So for me, because I'm like a forever DM, this last one that I did was a setting first, like completely.
Nice.
I built a world and the story came out of that world. Really, the story came out of that world and how the players interacted with it. I gave them a couple trails they could follow and just waited to see which ones they would pick up on the most. But I've also done storyline before and did a little bit more railroady.
Amazing.
I'm huge on story. I like to write the story first, and then I'll develop the characters. I'm like, oh, this character will fit here. Like, oh, I got the perfect villain, and I'll randomly make characters too, like just in my head, and just like, okay, I'm gonna jot this one down, and if I don't jot it down, I'll forget it. So I have like a whole notepad of just characters to use,
Nice.
which I haven't DM'd anything for anybody except for my daughter and my nephews. That's it.
Cute. Very cute.
Oh, it was chaotic in the beginning, for sure.
Well, that's awesome. We might come on to family games in a little bit as well. For me, I like to start with the villain. The villain story. I can't remember if it was Brennelly Moneygun or whoever said like this villain story is what the story would be if the characters didn't intervene. And so I start with the villain's motivations, and see what the setting would suit. Whether it's going to be more grimdark, whether it's going to be more epic heroic fantasy, classic sort of sword and board European fantasy, whether it's going to be something a bit more exotic. So yeah, I start with the villain first and work backwards and from there for myself. Thank you very much. So you overheard the seeming leader of this little troop saying that they already have what you seem to be looking for and have already shipped it to the island, with which they're going to be going to this evening.
So I haven't heard that much. And so I'm going to, after listening for a while and picking up what I can, I'm going to go to the bar and kind of like catch Silver's eye and see if he'll come my way.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up, walk towards the bar, and just basically whisper, like, they have what we want, we'll follow them to where we gotta go, and that way we have an idea of where we're headed.
Amazing. The bartender, with his elderly ears, didn't overhear your whispers. He just says, "Are you requiring some libations?"
I'll order a drink.
He doesn't seem to understand the kind of establishment he's running. And what would my lady require with which to drink? We have the finest beer. And he seems to suggest that there's more, but there's not.
Then I will have a beer, I tell him.
Of course. I assume the Mombridge Ale has come highly recommended, and I would be happy to provide you with the finest quality. Would my lady like that in a pint or a small, meaning no offense, but a little cup for yourself? You're looking around, and there doesn't seem to be many of the of lady folk in here. It seems to be quite a masculine sort of establishment.
I'll take a pint.
Seems quite overbearing. Okay. No,
I laugh to myself.
Yeah. And the old gentleman gets you a pint and says, and for sir, seemingly, related. I don't mean to be rude.
I'll take the small one. Yes, related.
Okay, the woman with the small and the okay, this, and then gets you a small glass of a very frothy, foamy ale, both the pint and the glass. And for a second, he reaches and has them in the wrong hand, and then has to catch himself and go like that and present them to the right person.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you guys have some drinks, and I have no fear with which to cause any issues for you, so you guys can do whatever you want right now.
So I'm going to drink the majority of mine.
Yeah, I'll finish mine.
Excellent. With the one drink for now, we don't need to make any rolls to see if you guys can handle it, because you guys, seemingly quite experienced in this. So, you drink. Are you having a listen in while you're having a drink?
I'm watching the room.
The two figures who seem to be in isolation, who were spoiling for some mischief, then wander over to you. And before we deal with that, how many dice are currently in dice jail?
Today, so far, 0.
I don't know if I've ever put a die in dice jail.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I've been playing for just over 3 years now, I guess. And I don't think I've ever actually done that.
Fair.
In the beginning, I was that way because I only had one set of dice.
Yeah.
Now I have a bunch, and I'm like, okay, you're going over there on timeout. I don't need you right now.
Yeah, but you get particularly bad rolls too. Like my rolls seem to be pretty, they're not always decent, but at least they average out.
Excellent. I have the sort of Naxu look then. I'm the same. I have many sets of dice, and some of them I will not use. Some of them I use all the time, because I have some hot ones and some cold ones.
Yeah.
Not in jail.
I'm gonna do something super cool. Never mind.
Well, luckily, as far as I'm aware, Daggerheart is the kind of game where if it sounds cool, you can just do it, and then we'll deal with the consequences as a group. So, if you have any cool inspiration come towards you this evening, that's what we have hope for. You guys already have a set amount of hope at the start of the day. I think you start with 3 or 2, and then you've already had 2 each, so you guys have lots of hope. Which means I'm hopeless, but that's okay. So the two mischievous-looking figures in their early teens have somehow got themselves into this bar. They don't look like they should be drinking at this bar. Hey, Pointy. And points towards your ears. You can see it's just a couple of human teenagers there.
I'm gonna lean right into his face, and I'm like, if you know what's good for you, you best go run back to mommy.
Oof. Would you like to use your presence with which to intimidate the fella?
Definitely would like to do that.
Excellent. So yeah, make an action roll and a job. What I said before. Present.
I have 0 presence.
Well, we've been rolling well so far.
Well, we'll see now. Ooh, a 7. Another one's a 7 for hope, 4 for fear.
So 11 altogether.
Yeah.
With hope again, which is awesome.
I thought it was gonna be bad.
Immediately, the guy seems to shrink and looks to his friend. His friend, who also seems taken aback, starting to creep out. But you know, he's in a pub. The pub he's in all the time. He has to put on the front. He's like, "Oh yeah, what are you gonna do about it, eh?" And starts like doing some movements that you're like, this guy doesn't have a clue how to fight. What's he doing?
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
can I stand up and in one smooth motion try to sweep his foot out from under him with my leg?
Absolutely, you can. And obviously, you can either roll for it or roll with hope. Give me a hope. Spend a hope and just describe how it happens.
I think I want to spend a hope.
Excellent. I mean, you've got like 4 each, man. You've got 5.
Yeah.
So why not?
Yeah. So I'm going to do it all in one motion. So I'm going to stand up from the bar stool. I'm kind of like off to the side of him because Naxu Silver's right in his face. And I'm going to kind of push him with one hand and sweep with my leg at the same time to knock him off balance and send him flying right on his rear end.
Excellent. He tries to hang on to the bar and pulls off loads of drinks as well. It spill all over himself. His friend runs away. It's so fast, he was barely even there. And the guy lies on the ground, covered in alcohol, takes a little bit of sip, strains some off his jumper, and then runs out. And just before we continue, how and why did you guys get into making content? Obviously, after you guys continued to play D&D together.
So we were like, well, we're building this community. We're turning this into a business. What's the next step? Making content. So it was a no-brainer. Just start recording, get into it, see what happens.
Yeah, we were recording everything for safety anyway, so it made sense that for the groups that wanted to share publicly, that we shared what we were doing.
Amazing. Love that. And if you guys already work well together and you're already doing it, it does seem like the logical next step.
Yep.
Thank you very much. So, the 2 mischievous figures had ran from the bar, one covering himself in alcohol and causing a bit of a scene. So, for a second, all heads turned towards you. But after looking at the display and your seeming skill, the families who were just there in the early evening, getting out to avoid the rush, sort of put their heads down. You get the sense that trouble is common here. You have caught the attention of the guys at the back, but 2 of the burlier types are staring you down. But they don't move, they're just watching for a moment. What would you guys like to do?
I'm just going to keep my eye on the group that we're interested in. So once they start taking off, then we'll start to follow loosely behind him.
You guys, give it a few minutes. Your actions have caused a little bit of stir in the group. You see 2 of them. There's a group of 5. 1 leader and 4 others. There's 2 sort of tough looking and 2 regular seeming guys. 1 tough and 1 regular seeming guy, without saying anything, leave the bar, leaving 3 on the table. They don't
Because the
say
leader
anything.
is still here.
The leader is still there.
Okay.
2 of the minions seem to be leaving. What do you guys have to do?
I'm going to turn to Silver and go, do you want to split or stick together?
Seeing as what we're doing, like sticking together is going to be the better bet.
Then I settle myself back at the bar.
Hello again. Would you like another pint, my new friend?
I'll take one more.
I'll take a small one this time.
2 small ones?
Yeah.
2 small ones. And of course you hand over some small amount of coin.
Yes.
So obviously Daggerheart manages coins in handfuls and chests, don't they? So by now with the 2 drinks, we'll say we've marked off 1 handful. I don't know how many handfuls you guys got at the start of the session.
Oh, I'm broke. I'm out.
I only had the 1 handful.
Okay. Well, we'll call it half a handful, a slack handful, if you will. You pick out some coins and hand them over, and he looks at them. I've never seen these coins before. They're quite fascinating. They look beautiful. I'll definitely praise them, prize them. Oh yes, good coin, tasty. You seem to get the impression he doesn't quite know what he's tasting for, or what even biting the coin is supposed to achieve, but he's done it, and he feels good about it. From what I've seen of your videos, it seems like you've played Daggerheart, Pathfinder, and D&D. Which of those have you enjoyed the most? Which of those, or which TTRPG would you like to play that you haven't yet?
I definitely have the most experience with D&D 5e, leaning on the 5.5 is what we're playing right now. I want to try all the games. Like, yeah, we've got a new one-shot DM coming on that is going to be running some Princesses in Perils, and I definitely want to try that. And I want to try Kids on Bikes as well. There's another one that I've seen that I really want to try.
Yeah, excellent. Really expanding the genres there. I love that.
Yeah.
I have a D&D 5e. I did White Wolf back in the beginning. And now it's oh god, what's it called now? I know they do Vampire the Masquerade, and that one I want to play. Like, insanely so much. And god, there's this other one that my girlfriend was playing. It was like space futuristic thing, but like you had like the D&D races in there, so you had space elves, and I was like, I want to play that. Oh, I definitely want to play that.
Sounds awesome. I've been reading a lot of Mistborn, and it's making me really want to play the Cosmere RPG.
Nice.
I'll finish the first era, starting the second.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I want to try reading that myself.
Yeah, it's very, very good. Would strongly recommend.
Definitely, we'll pick it up.
Thank you very much. So you guys finish your small glass, and you've took your time about it. You know, you're waiting to pass the time. You see outside the window the darkening sky. It's now around 8 p.m. The 3 in the group seem to be waiting for something that hasn't yet arrived.
I turn to Silver. I feel like we're getting obvious sitting here waiting for them to move. Maybe we should go outside and wait for them to leave.
Yeah, I actually have an idea. I'm gonna look for once we go outside, I'm gonna look for the oldest guy that I could possibly think of or see, and then I'm gonna cast Uncanny Disguise.
Nice. Well, you see some elderly humans. I mean, for you, they would be young, but for them, they are old. You managed to pick one out who's walking with the cane, has a bit of a back hump, seems to have had a hard life, scuttling around. His work I might have finished ages ago, but he's just now getting to go home, as it's taken him so long to get his plumbing gear. You see him hobbling down past you. Shoot what odd look as he walks past. He seems predominantly a human town, but he just puts his head down and lumbers past and goes about his business. And as he passes, you take on his phone.
Yep.
Amazing. You look like an old human.
Awesome. I'm just gonna basically sit out front while we wait for hopefully these guys to come out.
Nice. So, time about an hour passes, and the three get to the door. They're about to leave. If you want to intercept, they seem to be leaving in quite a anxious hurry.
Did anyone go in the building in between that time period?
No.
Okay.
Not as of yet. Being the dive bar, he seems looking up the road towards one of the better taverns, ironically called the Rusty Nail. You see a few people going in that one. That one seems to be a bit busier. This one seems to be where you don't want to go. Only the regulars, the very few regulars go in. So no, nobody has gone in since.
So if they're leaving, we'll just follow loosely behind them.
Probably not standing together. Close enough that we can get to the other one if something happens, but not obviously together.
Amazing.
Does it look like they're carrying a package with them or anything like that at all?
No, they very much came as they were, and they discussed some stuff, and then they were leaving. They seem to be leaving in a hurry. They're not carrying anything. So as you guys begin to follow, a couple of questions left at the end of this encounter. Alignment. Do we tend to use alignment in our games? Do we use it as a DM device for PCs? How do you guys run alignment?
I haven't used it yet. It just seemed like one more thing that when I was learning that I was not gonna risk. I definitely keep it in mind. If my players are giving me an alignment, then I'll keep it in mind, for one shots and everything. But as far as the campaign that I run is concerned, nobody really has used it there.
Fair play.
Yeah, I have not used it because when you use it with kids, they're gonna be like, "I'm gonna do everything bad." It's like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're just playing an evil campaign where they play with kids.
Yeah.
Fair play. I played with a gentleman who was, obviously I know everyone presents differently when they have autism, but my friend who was autistic who played religiously stuck to his alignment and his character sheet, and I like to play mine quite loosey-goosey, and whenever I did something that was a bit suspect, he would say, "What alignment are you again?" I'm like, well, chaotic good-ish. Yeah. Because I tend to have characters who land somewhere in between chaotic neutral and chaotic good. And they have the best interests at heart, but they do like to have their own selfish motives sometimes.
Yeah.
And so it caused a bit of never a problem, but it I could see him bristle slightly at not strictly adhering to my sheet. So that caused an interesting game session. And when you sit at a table, do you feel you're chasing a feeling? Do you want to develop a good story, overcome challenges? What draws you to playing games?
For me, it's story. I love story. But as a writer, I'm all about the story. I have to either like push to develop it more, or it's like, oh, what would make a good scene here, and then I'll try to follow that as best as I can.
For me, I think it's really the camaraderie. So, is everybody having fun? Are they getting their needs met? What's the feeling at the table? Like, is it a positive thing? Are we moving forward and progressing and just having fun together?
I love that. I'm sure when you guys play, there's a beautiful combination of camaraderie and story.
Yeah.
Like you, consider myself a writer, just without having produced anything of note yet. So yeah, I do like a story as well, and that's why I have been dying to play a game of Daggerheart, which has a narrative focus, and you can do whatever you want to do and interject whenever you feel it's plot relevant.
Yeah.
So I agree with you, but I also play for camaraderie, because you can't have one without the other when it comes to the TTRPGs.
Yeah.
Final question. Getting into some sort of theory now. Do you think there's ever such a good thing as playing a character wrong, or is any sincere interpretation valid?
I think that's on the player themselves. They're the ones who determines their character.
Yeah, and if they're happy with it, then I'm good with it. If they're not happy with it, then we need to tweak things.
Yeah.
I agree. Thank you very much. So, Naxu, Silva, in the guise of an aged human, and Aaliyah is saying slightly further back, acting as if you aren't traveling together. You guys are following the group as they hurriedly and anxiously. They're on the far eastern wall and hug the southeastern wall at a decent pace, which obviously Naxu, since you're pretending to be an elderly human, causes a bit of, you don't want to break character, but they are moving slightly faster than you would expect an elderly person to be able to move.
I match the speed that I need to just stay relatively close, but not right on top of them.
So within eye shot, we'll call it, in Daggerheart terms, in the close but not the very close range, so up to 30 feet.
And using the people as basically my shadow, so I can maneuver between them. Like, okay, they're gonna probably try to see me and move a little bit. I'm gonna take a side step to kind of cross somebody, and just using the people walking by as cover as well.
Again, I'll say with both you guys being so learned in this sort of thing, you don't have to make a roll for it. You can hug the shadows, move with purpose. I know if anyone was looking and that wasn't those guys, they wouldn't assume that you were particularly tailing them. You're quite good at faking disinterest. And you see them approaching what appears to be a factory right on the water's edge.
Well, I'll let them collectively start getting inside, so I can walk up without them noticing me.
Is there, how many people are around? Is it fairly busy, or is it cleared out a lot, outside?
At this point in the evening, at around 9 p.m., 9:30, the main thoroughfare is further north. This is sort of the industrial section of town, docks and factories, and most of the workers have gone home.
Okay.
You don't see any guard presence or anything of the like. There's very light footfalls, people going very abruptly, no hesitation, straight past the factory and away. They the onlookers or bystanders seem to be giving this place a wide berth.
All right. So as soon as they enter the factory and are no longer within eyesight, I'm going to increase my pace and catch up with Silver.
Excellent. You guys are together?
I'm just gonna basically hug the wall and try to see if I can peek inside. If there's like a window or maybe the door is still ajar, depending on how it is. Try to get like eyes back on them.
From where you were within close range, when the last of them furtively looked around quickly, closed the door, and you heard that of a lock clicking into place. There are a couple of windows lit dimly from the inside, a little bit off to the side. This is a large factory building with two large windows with single door on the side where they all came in. There's windows, two huge ones on the side, and obviously there's windows on the other side which is looking out to the river, the water, the lake. Sorry, not a river.
So looking through the window, can we see where? Well, peeking through the window, what can we see?
Would you like to roll for it, or would you like to have some better information?
Let's roll. I want to roll.
You want to roll for it? Let's have then it's not presence, it's not knowledge, skimming through the rules. Intent? No. What is
Instinct?
the name of that? Instinct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Instinct.
Perception.
Let's have an instinct roll, please, guys. Again, 2d12. Let me know what you get when you add them together, and whether your hope or fear is higher.
That's 13 with fear.
Oh, yay! With a 13, what you're able to see with the window is there seems to be one guard in each frantically pacing. You overhear with your elven perception and your high roll a heavy conversation and almost an argument, and you catch things like, "Should be here. What's happened? It was your fault. You were in charge." They don't seem to be happy with tonight's events. The door is locked. You have windows. Also with your high perception, there are, as it is a factory, you can see with your high perception, there's heavy soot on the roof, but it seems like it's been there a while. It's quite an old, almost abandoned aspect to this building, and there are two huge chimney breasts on the top, which were at some point used, obviously, to funnel any fire that whatever they were making inside outwards, but that doesn't seem to be letting out any smoke right now.
So I ask Silver, what did you hear?
They are arguing about it not being here. There's a total of what, like 5 guys inside, you would say?
So the 3 who went in, who you were tailing from the bar, there seems to be another 3 who were already in there.
Okay.
With your high perception and your your elven perception, you get the idea that they seem to be arguing over the whereabouts of the 2 who left the bar and were supposed to return to the bar, and if not, return here and have not yet arrived.
Okay. I'll just relay that to her. And then see if I could see, hopefully, a package, or if they just actually pulled the item out itself of the breastplate. Otherwise, I would wait.
So you remember from early on, they talked about already having the blessed bait and shipping it out to the island when it should be already there. They were going to then go to the island this evening.
Right. And are we aware of any island ourselves, or?
As yet, you have no information as to the whereabouts of any islands. This is as far as you're aware, it's quite a rocky lake with which this sits over. It's a coastal town. There's some hills between the lake and the sea.
If we look at the lake, is there any sign of an island? Or is it open water as far as we can see?
Let's have a intent. What did we say it was?
Instinct.
Instinct.
Ooh, that is a 8 with fear.
Ooh, 8 with fear.
Oh, nope, that's a 7 because I have a -1 to instinct.
Excellent. 2 fear for me. Love that for me. The luck seems to be turning.
That's 15 with hope for my roll.
And the 15 with hope. Okay. With your 7, you looking out, you see some cliffs, and you see a lake. Don't seem to see any islands from this vantage point.
Okay.
With your 15, you see towards the cliffs which separates the lake from the sea, a couple of tiny, barely islands sort of poke out from the far eastern side of the lake. Which are very difficult to see amongst the cliffs from this vantage point, but with that high roll, you can see the outline faintly, almost blending in with the cliffs, of a few small islands.
There's a few islands. Which one is the one that we're looking for is the real question.
Do any of them look large enough to be inhabited?
With your 7?
I'm primarily asking Silver this.
Does any of them look like it could be?
There is one which seems to be larger than the other two. The other two barely register as an island. There's a third one which seems to be big enough for a covert base of operations should one be needed.
Do these guys have any logos on them to indicate that what group that they would be a part of?
So they didn't have any logos or any uniforms per se. It was more they had the same style of patchwork clothing that seemed to mark them out as a group. They have purposefully no significant symbols upon them. They seem to be a clandestine group. With your knowledge of obviously syndicates and criminal enterprises, you would assume they wouldn't broadcast themselves in normal society. Maybe at their home base they might wear some sort of insignia and whatnot, but when they're out and about, they have their blending in clothes. But it was just suspicious how they were all wearing the same style of clothes at the same table in the seediest bar in town.
When we were on our way to the factory following them, did we go through any kind of shopping area?
You went past the shopping area.
Okay.
There was a market in further back towards where the tavern was.
Would I have noticed any kind of scholarly or map making or anything like that sort of shop?
Indeed. There was one with all scrolls and bundles of paper outside. You get the impression it could have what you need in there.
So I tell Silver this and suggest that maybe we might be able to find what we're looking for without waiting if we abscond with some supplies.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
The risk is that they move without us seeing.
Yeah.
Would you like to go and have a look at the maps? Or would you like to go and try and infiltrate this warehouse? How would you like to play it?
I think the infiltration's probably going to be better, so we don't lose eyes, and we can interrogate one of them at the end.
Okay.
So,
So just to remind you of the scene, you are confronted with two large industrial-sized windows, a single door on the southern wall, which is just a wall with a door. The door is locked, and two large chimneys, which seem to be old and unused.
I'm going to see if I can unlock the door.
So as part of the Daggerheart rules, you can always do a tag team roll or a group roll. So with the group roll, you nominate a captain, whoever you think has the higher chance, and you narrate how you would assist, and then the captain gets an extra +1 to the roll. Or with a tag team, you both roll, add the scores together, with a slightly higher DC, but obviously you both narrate how you're going to do this together. I set a DC, you both roll, you add your scores together to beat it. So there's a higher chance both ways. Obviously the group roll is meant for larger groups, because essentially it's the same thing, right, with tag team, and because the tag team is supposed to be with two PCs. Group roll for a whole party, but you guys are a party of two. So would you guys like to do the narrate how you would aid and roll together, or would you like to narrate how you would aid and nominate a captain with which to add a +1 on top of whatever you would normally roll?
Trying to think of how one would aid picking a lock. Like,
well, I mean, somebody's got to be a lookout, while you're picking a lock, and obviously you have a quick conversation about lock mechanisms and give your expertise that way.
So I feel like Alara would probably have a little bit more information about the type of lock from her experience, and would be able to give some tips as far as like what type of, like, if it has tumblers or whatever inside the lock.
Excellent.
But I'm not going to I won't be the one to actually try it this time.
So you're going to nominate Silver as the captain, and you're going to give them your +1 for excellent narration of how you would help. So make a standard action roll, duality dice, 2d12s, and let me know what you get with hope or with fear, and I'll let you know if you succeed or fail.
Alright, let's do it.
And obviously add Alara's +1 on top of things.
That's 22. Hope.
22 with hope. Well, you definitely succeed in picking the lock with skill unmatched, and of course you get an extra hope to use as well at some point.
I'm full of them.
so many hopes. Again, you can use those hopes to do extra actions, or you can use a hope to auto succeed if it's not something that's too difficult, or lower the DC if it's something which is very difficult. So you might make the impossible possible, or you make the possible happen. You pick the lock, cautiously open the door. The room, you come into the reception. There is no one at reception. You see in the room behind is where one of the guards is pacing. Not guards, one of the thieves is pacing back and forth. Currently can't see you as you sort of crouched and peeked your head in. Currently can't see that the door's open either. And then in the main sort of empty factory area, you can just pick out the voices of the main lot arguing. And then there's another room off to the side where there's one pacing. which you can't see, but you can just barely hear. You guys are like frantically walking around that room. Seems to be overlooking the back way, overlooking the lake.
Okay. If possible, I would like to try to stealth in, and I am going to go for one of the watch guides. So maybe, hopefully, less likely for them to notice everybody else.
Excellent.
Like, yeah.
So the guard who's pacing closer to you, you intend to go in and what? Take him out?
Yeah, I'm gonna strike him in the back.
You're gonna go and strike him in the back.
Yeah.
Alara, are you doing anything to assist in this?
So I'm going to pick up a few pebbles, and I'm going to roll one across the room in the opposite direction of where Silver is, to make a little bit of a sound that isn't too obvious.
Excellent. That will initiate the second encounter, which will initiate our second round of questions, just for you guys. This round is the family and personal history round, but obviously if I ask anything, you don't want to answer, you don't have to. But, so, we had mentioned previously that you have played a family game. Do our partners game with us?
Mine does not.
So, when I was running the game, I didn't have my current girlfriend.
Fair.
But she does play a game with us with Theater of Dice on Sundays.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so she's able to play with me.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't ran the kid game for a while, though. One's already in college now, and the other ones are just so busy.
Yeah. Fair play.
Yeah. My husband is like, I can't get over the thought of it being you to get into the idea of it being a character. He goes, so there's no point.
Yeah, no separation.
Nope.
Fair enough. My partner used to play with me when my friends lived here and played in person, but she's not a fan of online play, so hasn't played with us in a while. But hopefully when our friends visit from Thailand, we'll play again with my partner one day. Shout out, hi.
In person definitely hits different.
It does. Well, obviously it's amazing to play with our friends across the pond. Yeah, there's something different about hearing the clicky clacks in person, isn't it?
I have never actually played an in-person game.
Wow.
Yeah, like never. Every game I've ever played has been online. I tried to get my kids into it once, and they were like, not even interested. So, we actually have a Comic-Con that we are hosting the DMs for in April, and
oh yeah.
I'm like terrified that somebody's going to back out and I'm going to have to run an in-person game.
Well, I'm sure you'll be well practiced, and it's much the same, but there's no screens.
Yeah.
Enjoy the presence. You get to look around and see people's faces and stuff. It's great. Yeah. Wow. You're planning a convention, did you say? You're setting one up?
So we are running the Theater of Dice is running the DMs for a convention. Yeah. Shiretown Gaming up in Presque Isle, Maine is running a whole Comic-Con. Like they're putting it all together, and it's fantastic. And we are in charge of I found the DMs, I've organized them, I've slotted them into time slots, I've got all the games that they're running and everything, and I've got to be hands-on and make things go smoothly day of.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. Best luck with that. I'll hopefully catch up with you, see how that went after the fact, and maybe in a couple of years save up some coin and get some handballs. come and see what it's like in person. That'd be amazing.
That would be.
And we all have children. Do we have pets too?
Yes.
I do. Yeah.
Nice. Which variety of fur baby?
I'll let you go. You have a lot.
Yeah. Well, I have less now. So I've had goats on and off for ages. We're on
Goats
and off.
I was not expecting.
Yeah, we're on and off right now. We had fencing problems, and so I said, okay,
Right.
we're getting out of it for a little while. But currently we have one dog. She was a livestock guardian dog until we got out of goats, and now she's a house dog, and she thinks the couch
Cute.
is the best thing in the world.
She doesn't have to work anymore.
Yes, exactly. She loves it. She's a lazy bum. And then we have 2 cats and a fish.
Nice.
Yeah.
Busy. Have the goats ever tried to play D&D?
No, but they came inside constantly.
Next.
I have a border collie, and
Cute.
she is adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's my baby.
Lovely breed of dog. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she
I've
loves
got a little-
kids.
That's good.
Yeah, she does really, really good with my kids. So
That's amazing. I've just got the one who was sold as a Jack Russell Terrier, but is actually a Chihuahua who hates kids and runs away from them. Lest they terrorize him because he's tiny.
Yeah.
So, you have played a family game, and the characters were interesting. You say they tended towards evil all of the time? Or was it murder
it's
hobos, robbery? How does it go?
robbery. Oh my gosh, from each other too. I
Excellent.
was trying to explain to them that they're in this mansion, and it's basically a mansion of a vampire. They never made it to the vampire. They were so busy stealing plates from each other, and they're like, I explained to them it's like China plates, but D&D-esque version of it, right? And they just kept stealing it from each other. And I was like, there's a bad guy over here you guys want to deal with, right? No, we got to settle this first. It's like,
No, these plates are important. I know it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Alia?
We tried having one family game, and my kids are just not into it. Like, they care about the business side of things so much. Yeah, they're constantly talking about the business this and theater of dice that, and they love that. But D&D, they don't care at all.
They might find it later in life. I didn't play them until my late 20s, so
yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah, I mean, I tried one in college, but I didn't work with strangers online and sort of found a game and played it. Didn't really work for me. It was in the 4E days as well. It was too crunchy. So didn't play 5E until 2018. So yeah, it might come to them, you know. But at least they're interested in the business, and they're interested in what Mummy's doing, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
So where we left off, you together with Alara's assistance were about to try and take this guy out in one fell swoop. So would you like to roll to see if you hit, or would you like to spend a hope to hit the guy, and we'll see how much damage you do?
You have so many hopes.
You have so many.
I know. I'm actually going to use a class feature really quick for Marked for Death, which is going to give me a 1d4 to my attack damage.
Amazing.
So let me mark a stress off for that. And you know what? I might as well spend a hope just to hit.
Amazing.
I mean, I have it. Might as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a 1d4.
So, since you're sneak attacking, I'm going to say with your hope you automatically hit for the first hit. How much damage would you do? See if it meets the threshold with which to take him out straight away.
It's 2. Okay, so that's 16 plus 1, so 17.
17 damage. The word guardian is in a lot of this. So that one hit would take him to half damage.
Oh,
with
wow.
it, because it would meet his maximum threshold. So you would cause severe damage with this one blow. And I would say, because he's so dazed, you would get to act before he gets another go. But obviously this time you would need to roll.
Yeah, I'm just
As you
mark off my hook.
clock him in the back of the head, he's distracted by the coin distraction, and he's dazed, looking around, trying to figure out what the hell's just clocked him one. Completely blank face. Feared expression.
Did you want to do an attack yourself, or?
I think yes. If I can move into the room far enough, then I'm going to try and come up behind him and hit him with my dagger.
Amazing. Go ahead and roll that attack roll. You can spend a hope if you want to give yourself advantage on the hit to make sure you hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a hope because that was kind of bad.
So give yourself an extra d6.
All right, so d6. That brings me up to 15.
15 is what you needed.
Phew.
So you just hit with your advantage because of hope.
And that is 12 damage.
Ooh. 12 is just under the threshold for severe damage. So you leave the guy on 1 HP.
Okay.
Now, again, this is Daggerheart, not D&D, so there's no initiative order. So if you guys want to spend a hope, you can get to go again if you feel inspired. I'm not going to waste any of my fears on this one guard.
I'm definitely going to strike him again. I'm going to try to, when I attack him, I'm just like hitting a nerve that's just going to lock his body up. So he's just standing there, but he's technically dead.
So you're going to go non-lethal and knock him out, but keep him stood up.
Yes. So that way,
Okay.
They look this way for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
He's still standing.
So, you know, he's on 1 HP, he's barely standing up, but we'll see if you, for some reason, fumble completely and miss. So let's have a roll. And you know the DC is 15. I will say because he's so dazed as well, you can have a D6 advantage.
I will pick that. That's not a D6. This is a D6. That's 19.
Nice.
Well, yeah, that definitely hits. You don't need to roll damage, as he's only on 1 H point, which will be the minimum you could do anyway. But if you want to roll just to see what you get, you don't need to. So you can successfully knock him out, and he slumps forward into your arms, and you're able to push him back up. And he slumps onto your shoulder. You push him back up again. Where are you going to stand him up?
I'm just going to stand him like he's looking out the window, and then I'm just going to leave him there and try to stealth back behind some, whether it be a pillar or some boxes, whatever's in here.
Excellent. Because you guys were so effective and so ruthless, you get the impression that none of the other guards did hear you. However, after defeating the first enemy, that brings us on to our next question. You make awesome, worthy, and inclusive content for everyone with Theatre of Dice. Obviously your kids, Elara, are interested in the business side of your adventures, Would you encourage your family to watch? Do you encourage your family to watch, or do you let them decide, or would you just tell them to stay clear of that world?
I totally let my kids decide. Like, if they're interested, they're welcome to watch it. And like when I'm editing and stuff, they can come in and they can watch things. They don't care. But we try to keep everything we publish like PG-13 or lower.
Mm-hmm.
In the group itself, like if people get chatting and whatever, we're not super strict about it as long as everyone's comfortable. Mm-hmm. But and they stay within our guidelines. But the videos themselves pretty much stay PG-13.
I will endeavor to keep any sort of gory body horror off the table, Tyler.
Right.
My little one does not watch. She could definitely watch if she wants to, but she's more of I'm gonna wear Dad's shirt. So she rocks my shirt at school, and all her friends over there want them. It's like, I want a shirt. I want a shirt. I'm like, just tell them where to get it, kid.
Seriously, get the merch. Get the merch.
Gotta get that merch money. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And of course, where else to find the merch, I'm sure will be in the description of this video.
Sure, I'll send it your way. Yep.
Thank you very much. Mine's obviously only not even 2-year-old yet, so I don't think he'd even know what was going on. But he likes seeing Daddy's face sometimes. Were you encouraged to be imaginative and creative when you were a youngster yourself?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I was actually homeschooled, and so anything imaginary, anything creative was like the thing. Anything my mother could do to get me invested in using my imagination was really big. She used to throw themed parties for our birthdays. We had a where in the world is Carmen Sandiego themed party where each room was a different country, and we had to go from place to place. So I'm like, how are we not allowed to do Dungeons and Dragons, but we were able to like come up with these imaginative, like crazy parties and events and all of that.
That's really cool. But you weren't allowed to play Dungeons and Dragons?
No. So my family was actually like very much caught up in that satanic panic mindset. Really? Yeah, like very much. And so it was just not something that was ever allowed. Like I wasn't allowed to read Harry Potter. I wasn't it was very strict.
That is I've never actually confronted with anyone who's genuinely lived through that. I've only ever heard about it, so that's amazing to me.
Yeah.
And how do they feel about it now? They sort of
I'm getting my mother into it. Like she's finally at the point where I'm like, you've got to come play. We'll do a non-magic one. We'll do a historical one. Come play with us. Come join in. The rest of the family, I haven't even told them.
Maybe not have any sexy devils in that one.
Right, exactly.
No handsome rogues in that one who are gonna steal your soul. I feel like that's not the plan.
Yep. It'll be an Amelia Earhart one shot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Brilliant. What about you, Nexu?
My mom was very encouraging about my creativity.
That's great.
My dad, on the other hand, was just like, what are you doing? Are you stupid? No, you can't do that. That's not going to make you money. You got to do what's going to make you money. It's like,
fair.
I mean, I could make money doing this with my creativity. What do you mean?
Yeah.
But
I mean, cut to the future where you guys literally have a company who does it for free.
Exactly.
And I've heard of D&D. I've never wanted to play it in the beginning. I was like in high school when I finally wanted to play it, and my mom was like, nope, that's the devil's game. You can't play that. And I was like, is it though? Is it though? So I ended up finding a group that they were all like in their 30s, and I was like the only 17-year-old that was a part of the group.
Wow.
It did not go well at all.
Did they beckon you in and look after you as the older heads, or were they like gatekeeping, like you're too young, you don't get this?
No, they all welcomed me, and one of them a little bit too much. So it was just got a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it was just like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
And I left. And then
I would too.
I ended up going back to that same group because they're like, oh,
no one else was playing.
It's going to be different. She's not going to act like that. Don't worry. She's married to the DM. I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe if he's there, it'll be different. I was wrong.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I left again. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm not going to do that anymore. But
so you're the handsome devil that can't play next. Yeah.
That's my luck and curse.
That's such varied experiences. That's amazing. Well, it wasn't amazing for you, either of you at the time, but looking back on it, crazy that you've had those experiences.
Yeah.
D&D, I didn't even hear of the concept until college. It wasn't anything that was in the northeast of England at the time. It was all sports. We were all, the whole place was what you'd consider jocks, I suppose. It was just you're either good at sports or you're picked on by people who are good at sports. So they didn't enter the consciousness until I went to college and let some nerd out and was like, I'll give it a go. And then made some friends at college who have gradually played together and not looked back since. But in terms of just raw creativity, I was always allowed to read books, write books, colour and stuff like that. It's just this was just an alien concept to me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for answering those questions. We cut back to inside this abandoned factory, which has been used as a makeshift sort of entryway to the underground of the town of Mornbridge, where you just knocked out and stood up a guard. The other ones in the main room are unaware of your presence currently. From your vantage point within the room, after you've quieted down the person that you've knocked out, was going, oh. You can hear them saying, we can't wait any longer, we'll have to go soon. Like, he's my best friend, I'm not going to let him go. Like, no, we're going to have to go. And you can hear him, the argument getting a bit quicker, and the leader who you followed from the tavern seems to be losing the argument. The two who went off by themselves having still not arrived and come back. What would you like to do?
Is there blood on the floor?
From your quick strikes, knocking the guy out, a tiny bit.
Okay.
Are you vampires? Do you want to drink it?
Well, no, I'm thinking more along the lines of if they come back through, we're going to want this guy to not be, obviously wounded. So we're going to need to get him disappeared. But I'm wondering how much cleanup there's going to need to be.
The people who are arguing, when you sneakily peek in, and the people who are saying, come on, we got to go, don't seem to be wanting to exit through the way you came in.
Ah, okay.
They seem to be heading out towards the door where the other guard you heard prancing around, overlooking the river. They seem to be heading in that direction.
Okay, then I'm less concerned.
All right, I am going to use this opportunity to use Uncanny Disguise again, to disguise myself as the guard we just defeated.
Why not? Do you mark a stress, spend a hope to do that? Or do you just get to do that?
No, I have to mark a stress.
Okay, so I think it's 6 stresses and an exhaustion, right? So can't do that an infinite amount of times. So
I'm at 3 stress right now.
So you've got loads of hope, but you're pretty stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, starting to feel signs of anxiety and worry, as are the people who are arguing in the other room. The argument is increasing. The rapid pacing of the guy over there is increasing. They started to get nervous about meeting their time of departure. They discussed leaving to go to an island previously. They were waiting for the two who had not yet returned, and they're debating on whether to leave them behind.
Mm-hmm.
The leave them behind camp seems to be winning the argument. Currently, what would you like to do?
Do we hear any names of the guys who are not present?
For that one, let's have a roll.
All right.
Basic information, happily give you. If you want more, you have to roll for it or spend a resource for it, such as a hope.
I also want to use Assassin's Hope, where I could spend 3 hope to knock off 2 stress.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Off and mark these off. There we go.
How many hope have we got?
I still have 2.
Yeah, because you rolled very well so far. That's amazing.
So, let's see.
You're slightly less stressed. You feel renewed as the signs of anxiety leave your body, no longer feel as twitchy and as jumpy.
What happens when they're both the same number?
What, hope and stress?
Yeah.
I think I don't know if anything extra happens when you max out your hope, but I know when you max out stress, you start being exhausted.
No, I mean like the roll for your hope die and
that
fear die.
Any number where you hope which is doubles is considered a critical success.
Oh, well.
Yeah. So there's no nat 20s in Daggerheart. It's just whenever you roll a double, it's considered a critical success. So it auto succeeds, and you get a mark and hope and mark off 1 stress.
Oh, that is awesome.
So you gain a hope, you mark off 1 stress, and you automatically succeed. So you hear the words Vedrin and Dachshund.
I am going to pull out a piece of paper and quickly jot down their names and stating that basically making like this fake letter to state that they are going to betray them and they're going to if I could hear those other guys' names who are against it.
Let's go with Vin, Reen. These are just entirely the people that misspelled, by the way. Vin, Reen, Kelsia, and Clubs.
So I'm going to stop you as you're starting to write. Do you have forger experience?
No, I don't.
I do.
All right, then I'm gonna tell you the names and like basically like to devise a plan. Like this is the note from them. Basically stating they're going to betray them. We're going to use this to make them attack each other, and we'll take them out, and then we'll take out the remaining.
All right, sounds good.
Excellent. So you disguise yourself as the person you knocked out. Who you got was so Dachshund and Vedrin were the people who had left. Vin was the guy who you knocked out. Reen was the person who was the leader of the group, and Calcia and Clubs were the 2 sort of toughs who were with them. You march in confident because you know you're supposed to be there because you're a member of the crew, and you hand it to one of the ones who are winning the argument, who's obviously the people who are staying, you said, to persuade, to tell them that the other guys are going to fight him. So let's have Aaliyah make a roll to see how good that was, and before you tell me what you got another question for you. How do you separate your online selves from your real self? Do you have any things you dial up or dull down about your personality, or do you just authentic self since it's your business?
I'm a lot more autistic online. In the real world, the majority of people who know me have no idea that I'm autistic, and I'm pretty open about it online.
Fair. Yeah, that's incredible. Usually I would suspect it would be the other way around, but it's great that you own it and tell everyone.
I figure if they read any of my blog posts, they'd figure it out, like my guest blogging and things like that, but they never bother, so I'm good.
Fair play. Well, thank you very much for sharing it.
I am pretty much me. I have a big ego, and I'm not afraid to show it.
Well, why would you not? Nothing wrong with an ego. It just means you're great at things and you get stuff done.
Yeah, I'm very confident in myself, so I just do what I can do. I mean, really, it's just you ask me a question, I'm going to give it to you real. I don't sugarcoat anything. It may sound cold, but it's not my intention to be. This is how it is.
And that is why Naxu is head of HR.
I'm not biased either. I can separate, which a lot of people do not like sometimes. It's like, well, how can you take their side? I'm like, I'm not taking any side. I'm just seeing your perspective, and I'm seeing their perspective, and I'm putting it together.
Yeah, because the truth is often in the third place in between the two accounts, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. I like to think I'm my authentic self. I'll maybe dial down the ADD and actually try and pay attention more. Other than that,
yeah, I have ADHD. So sometimes I'll be like, and I feel bad because the lead's like, all right, let's get it back into talking here.
We have a lot of ADHD rants that we have to edit out in our game.
Well, it's important. I'm sure you manage each other very well. Thank you very much for sharing that. Yeah, I might go off on a tangent or forget where we are a few times, but we'll get through it together.
Do you want me to roll along any of the I don't know what they're called, the skills, like finesse or anything?
Let's call it finesse. I assume it's finesse based on what you're trying to achieve. I can.
Yep. That is a 16 then.
16 is good. Definitely good. Was that with hope or with fear?
That was with fear.
Ooh, yay. I might start spending these soon.
Hold on a second.
But not yet. We'll see. So that's 3 fear. And the countdown pausing, yeah.
Okay.
So the countdowns have progressed 1 each, and I have 3 fear now, as you guys hand over the notice, which says, expertly forged. Despite not knowing anything about this person, somehow you've exactly mirrored their handwriting just based off their entire personality, as it was very crude and rough and to the point. There's no stylistic additions, there's no cursive, or it's just the rudimentary letters that you're taught in our primary school, your first grade.
Okay.
No, so kindergarten. The school differences still blow my mind. So you hand over the letter, and he instantly eyes his friend with suspicion, and just shows him it. And the guy's like, "I'd betray you. I don't even know what the hell that's talking about." Well, the proof is right here, and if you don't make a convincing argument, I'm going to knock you out. And I will roll. So GMs in Daggerheart use a good old D20.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. To try and understand the falsehood. Fails. And takes a swing at his friend. And they do indeed begin to fight each other. And we'll pause there and find out how that ends after we answer another question. How do you guys divide your time between playing games for fun, doing theatre of dice, family life, any other jobs you have, or is this your only source of income? And what's a normal day for you guys?
So I probably spend about 25 hours a week on Theater of Dice. My kids are all in public school now, and that has freed me up immensely.
Yeah.
We homeschooled up until 2 years ago, and I finally said, "That's it, I can't take it anymore," and put them in public school. And so,
have you said how many kids you have?
I have 4. I have 4 kids,
that's
ranging.
Basically a classroom.
Yeah, seriously, I've got an 11-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old.
Yeah, definitely get those to school.
Yes. Yeah. So, it's pretty much trying to get it done during the day while they're in school, but realistically speaking, I'm on my phone working all throughout the day and night. We have people from all over the world, so sometimes I'm on my phone at like 3 a.m.
Wow. I hope you're making time to sleep as well, because that's something you need to work in the schedule.
Yeah.
What about you, Nexo?
Oh, dude, I don't even know how much I put into it, to be honest. I normally work during the day, and I don't have time to answer anything at that time frame unless it's like on my lunch. And then once I'm off work, if I have the time, I'll put in some time. It's pretty random for me. Right now, I am still getting over a loss, so I'm not putting as much time into it right now. But once I'm starting to get a little bit, energized on being able to converse with some people, because it's been hard, to be honest.
Can imagine. Condolences and sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I mean, even more that you've decided to come and get involved in today's video. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, I always try to put my foot forward to do anything challenging, really. But this is something that's going to help, I feel like. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. Any meetings that we have, okay, I'm there. Whether I have to take it during my lunch break, whether I get to be home, or whatever time I can try to allot for it, I'll be there as much as I can. If anybody needs my help personally, they could always message me on Discord. I'm like, hey, right there. I'll respond when I can. So, but right now I'm not like actively scrolling, making sure everything's okay or anything like that. But
natural.
We have moderators for that, so it's not something that's quite as pressing on the founders. Is that because we have moderators that watch the Discord.
Yeah. And can flag things if anything's particularly important, I suppose. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and again, Nexo, I hope you're also factoring in time for sleep, because it's very important.
It's hard for me to sleep.
Yeah, ADD, I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to use that as a weapon, because I do all of my stuff when mommy and baby have gone to bed recently, which means sleep sometimes doesn't happen, but everyone else gets to, and that's important.
Yeah, I'm using that time right now to start some writing. I've been wanting to write a book. So I have so many books I want to start writing right now, but I got one it's a short story, but it's something to get my foot back into writing again, since I've taken a long break.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do now.
That's amazing. Are you writing for Theater of Dice? Are you designing a system or anything? Are you writing for short story fiction?
I am currently working on.
Of course, if you don't want to spoil anything, keep your secrets.
I'm working on a horror thriller.
Very nice.
I do try to write fantasy, but it's harder for me to write fantasy than it is for me to write horror. So.
Fair. Well, a massive departure from your normal PG-13, I suppose. Unless you're going for a family horror, but
it's definitely not.
Gruesome and grisly horror thriller.
Yeah. I have
Nice.
2 that I've been wanting to write based off songs, mind you.
Excellent.
So I'm using that.
What songs inspire horror thriller? Taylor Swift.
So there's no. So there's 2 songs, and I don't know if you know the band Plain White Tees.
Yes.
There's a song that they do that's called "Hey There, Delilah."
Yes.
That's
Does it set in New York City or?
It ends up there, but
what's it like there? That's the question.
To be honest, I don't know. I've never been to New York City.
But you're going there in your mind.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I'm definitely going to do something with that. And then another one is the song's called "Rock the Boat" by Ice Nine Kills.
Right.
And it's basically...
Is it like don't rock the boat, baby, rock the boat, or is it a modern?
No. So Ice Nine Kills is known for making songs about horror films.
Right.
Yeah. So "Rock the Boat" is basically based off the Jaws movie.
Nice.
So I have
a film inspired by a book, inspired a song which inspiring your book,
which is a twist. So I'm not going to say what the twist is, but there's a twist on it.
The real shark is the friends we made along the way. That's amazing. Thank you very much. We'll when that's released to the public, we'll put that in the description too. We'll sell all your stuff in the description. The description's going to be big, but make sure you read it. Well, thank you very much for sharing that. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. And speaking of horror, you've horrifically set up this infighting between two rebel factions of a thieving guild, deciding whether to abscond to their island or wait for their friends who are not there. And you have caused them to begin fighting. They've come to blows. The blows have caused weapons to be drawn. Are you letting it play out? Are you getting involved? Are you swaying it in any way? What would you like to do? As this is beginning to turn into a real deadly encounter.
I want to definitely jump in and make sure only one of them's left alive. So I'm going to try to make sure that leader is still kicking, since he's going to have more information than everybody else. But I'm going to take out everybody else.
Okay, so let's say that the people that you were trailing who got involved, you'd obviously positioned yourself as the guy who was Vin, who was on guard. And when the fight broke out, you positioned yourself right by the leader, who was the person who threw the first punch and instantly downed the previous leader who you met at the pub, knocked him down in one punch. The two guards who were flanking them begin fighting, and you and another member begin attacking one of them, and there's a fight between two other friends to the left of the leader. So let's deal with that in a second, unless Alara wants to do anything yourself.
I am actually going to stay out of this until I see where it's going to go, just because I don't want to draw attention to myself and ruin what he's got going on.
Excellent. I'm going to spend a fear, because Alara, you are closer to the door, the one door from the moment that you guys picked the lock of, and so therefore is open, and you snuck inside, and you see coming down the path that you came to, one of the two who had previously left, bloodied, black eye, the other one not there, walking down the path towards this encounter.
So would I have been hidden out of their sight to begin with?
Yes, because you're inside, you're a rogue, you'd naturally found yourself in a hidden position.
Okay.
It's a reception desk, so you're sort of keeping low to barely see above the desk looking over, and you, with your supernatural elf-like sensors and your rogue expertise, keeping a close eye on what's happening out there as well, watching your six, and you start to see one of the people who your brother had said were going to betray the other group are coming to join the fray.
Okay.
They are currently considered far away, so they're not going to be there this turn. Next turn, they will be by the door.
Okay. I would be considered cloaked because I was hidden.
Yes.
So I'm going to move to the side of the door, like not where they can see me, but by the side of the door, and relock it.
Excellent. let's have a roll for that.
Okay.
You
I'm
lowered-
on the inside of the door.
Yeah. You opened it with lockpicks, however.
Okay.
So it's not one of those where, you can lock it from the inside by turning a thing.
Okay.
You'd need a key for it. So obviously you're going to mimic a key. So.
All right.
Let's have you. But you lowered the DC by breaking in the first time. So it's not a difficult check. But let's have a roll, just in case you critical fail.
Do I get to use my steady hands experience?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So that is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
18 definitely succeeds. Is that with hope or with fear?
That is with hope.
Excellent. So give yourself a hope. And you've successfully locked the door, covering your tracks somewhat. Nice. We then return to Silver. You're in a fray. You're fighting alongside your quote-unquote leader as you're taking down one of the thugs who were fighting alongside. So let's go ahead and make an attack roll for you. And let's have one of them make an attack roll against you.
Perfect.
So... (15 plus 2). Does a 17 hit your evasion?
That's funny. I rolled 17 too. Yes,
Okay.
it does.
Yeah. So you hit him, and they hit you. They hit you with a mace to the face as they pulled out weapons. So the damage of the mace, 1d10 plus 4 physical, and there's no things given, so I will have to roll for all adversaries. It's not like D&D where it tells you what score it would get if it was average, so let's say 1d10 plus 4 so damage, we said. So 5 plus 4 for 9, so you take 9 damage. Does that go within your minimum, moderate, or severe damage thresholds?
Yeah, my minor damage is 9, so that makes it 2, correct?
Yeah, if it just goes between minor and moderate, it meets it, beats it, so it becomes moderate. So it becomes 2,
so
yeah.
That's 2.
So mark off 2 hit points. And to him, how much damage did you do?
3.
And
That's
did you roll
8.
with hope or fear, sorry?
I rolled with hope.
You guys are very hopeful this evening.
But that's a total of 8 damage.
8 for the non-head guard. Put it in the moderate threshold. Would need 11 for severe. So it takes 2 hit points out of 6 from you, and from your ally, quote unquote, has not rolled. Why not? Roll 20 just ignored me completely for a second there. 13 plus stuff hits 15, and D10 plus 5. Oh, maximum damage.
Wow.
That leader really wants to knock his friends out today. This has been brewing for a while. This isn't their first argument. So that would be severe damage, meaning he is left on 1 hit point. So I would spend a fear to make him go again if he had more than that, but since he's got 1 hit point, I would say you guys get to move before him again.
I would definitely try to finish him off.
Okie dokie. Let's have a roll from you, and let's have a roll from the guy he's fighting. The guy he's fighting just hits. But
that's 14.
Describe how you and your friend, the leader, collaboratively kill this guy. He's hitting them with a mace, and you're using whatever weapon you're using.
He's gonna aim high, and I'm aiming low to get him in the liver.
Nice. Blood pouring out of his mouth and out of his eye. Look of horror on his face as he slumps forward and in a dead heap on the ground. Which leaves the two to the left of you who are fighting each other. And I'm going to roll a d4, and on an even, your ally wins, and on an odd, your enemy wins. Obviously, they're all your enemies. Enemy wins. So you guys, while you guys are fighting, you look to the side and see the bigger of the three who you'd followed from the bar, watching his friends go down, goes into a blind rage and starts swinging harder than he's ever swings and knocks the one of your new friends' heads clean off. And he turns to you in some sort of blood frenzy. And your ally friend, the leader. And we'll pause there. I guess you've already answered this question, but have you ever brought friends or family into Theatre of Dice other than your OG gaming group? Do you have other friends in high positions or moderators?
I personally don't. I have my girlfriend who joined, and she's going to be assisting us with the Spanish part of it, because that's what we're trying to do.
Amazing.
Yeah. We want to get a Spanish campaign up and running pretty quick here.
Claro.
Yeah. So
I did intermediate high school level Spanish, so
nice.
hit me up if you need someone to be bad at the game.
I haven't brought a lot of people like that I know into Theatre of Dice. Like, I'm trying to get my mom up and running and get her in. And then, of course, I know my co-founders. But I've made friends through Theatre of Dice. And so, like, having the people that I talk to regularly now and consider good friends through this has been really nice.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's good that you've built an awesome community through this.
It really is.
That's fantastic. Yeah. That's the dream. You guys are living the dream. I'm not jealous of it.
We have been blessed by having amazing people who have joined.
Yes. Now, granted, we do a lot of work in advance to make sure that the amazing people join, but we've been really blessed with it too.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's awesome. I like to think I've made some friends by trying to set this up, and I set this channel up with some friends who I've said have since moved away or got new jobs and can't attribute any time to it. So trying to branch out and make even more friends with which to play games and chat. So
that's awesome.
It's good fun, and it's a welcoming community, and I'm glad you've got a welcoming community playing with you through Theatre of Dice as well. Check out their channel and watch their stuff. They're brilliant.
Thank you.
Plugs and questions over for this encounter. You guys are left with one outside enemy who are coming in seemingly already bloodied from previous encounter, with which you don't know yet, and an enemy inside. You outnumber 2-on-1, who is considered a bigger, brawlier enemy with a bigger pool of hit points to try and get down. What would you guys like to do? Before you guys do anything, actually, I'm going to spend another fear because I have 2 left to play with, which would put me down to 1 fear. So the guy is going to move before you because I can do that.
Right.
So, the thug, ducking under an attack from the leader, is going to come for you, Silver, and is going to try and crack you on the head with his bigger, spikier mace. With a natural 19 plus 4.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
It's D10 plus 4 because he's only a guard. He's not a head guard. An 8 plus 4 for a 12.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. That's 2 right there.
How are you looking?
I got 3 health bars left.
One more severe hit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop you down. The enemy from outside, who's currently far, is going to come to the door and try and open it, see that it's locked, get out his key because he's part of the crew, and unlock it and walk through the door. But you, as obviously you're waiting, presumably, for him to come through, will get to act first.
All right.
He already seems somewhat beaten up.
Okay. I am going to attack and see if I can get him quietly disabled.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll your duality dice. You know you've got a hit of 15 altogether.
That's an 18 with a fear.
18 with fear. Yeah, you get another one back. That's good.
And that's a 13 damage.
13 damage would bring him into the severe threshold, and he had exactly 3 hit points left. So describe how you instantly KO/kill this guy.
Okay, so I am going to be slightly behind him when he comes in. And I am going to aim for his spine, where his skull meets his spine.
Nice.
And take him out as quietly as I can.
Excellent. With what kind of hit?
With my dagger.
With a pointy bit? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Severing spine from the base of skull.
Yep.
This guy instantly dropped down dead. Quite painless though, because of the way you took him down. But dead nonetheless. Good job. A humane killing, if ever one could exist within this with this sort of environment. Good stuff. And with that, at the end of that turn, the thug, I'm going to spend another fear, because I get to do that in Daggerheart, and go again to try and, after smacking you well, he's going to try and smack the leader who's next to you. And hits. Beats the DC 16 with a natural 17. The leader takes severe damage.
Oof.
And looks in bad shape immediately. As the thug, in his blind rage, took a swung for you and swung for him, hitting both, connecting with both, doing quite good damage to both of you, feeling quite good about how things are going. Roars with encouragement towards himself.
I am definitely gonna take a strike at this guy. Hopefully end his life, but we'll see.
While you're doing that, the countdowns continue to tick. So
that's a 17 to hit with hope.
Ooh, give yourself a hope, and that definitely hits your DC of 15. So we're at 7 and 18, I believe. No,
That's
7 and 17.
Yeah.
That's 11 damage.
11 damage on the thug. We'll leave him at 1 HP. He's well in a blood rage. Blood is dripping down from multiple stab wounds, and let's see if it's... Nope. After taking your damage, he... where were you hitting him?
I was aiming for his neck, but...
In his neck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you catch him on the side of the neck, and it just causes him to recoil enough where the mace from his friend goes over his head. Since he's on 1 HP though, I'll say you get to move before him.
I am going to just go for underneath his chin with it.
Nice.
And hopefully hit. I hit, but with fear.
Yay. I have 2 fear again.
Yeah.
So you hit, and it doesn't matter what threshold it is, because he's only got 1 HP, so describe how you get him under the chin and what happens as you take him down.
I am just going to do a spin and start bringing my dagger up to connect underneath his chin and bring it up.
Nice. Bits of daggers poking out the top of his head as the tough, big, brawly guy is dropped to the floor, dead, leaving you alone with the leader of this fortification and Alara in the reception room. There is a final guard who is in the other room, and obviously there was a big commotion, and now runs in and sees the scuffle and says, "What's happened? What have I missed? Oh, this looked like such fun."
I want to do a spellcast roll
Wonderful.
to and if it succeeds, which is a critical success,
Nice.
2 6s. I want to make myself invisible.
Beautiful.
And let's see, to mark a stress. So I can't be seen except through magical means, and any attack rolls against me are made with disadvantage. I don't
Do you
have
need
a
to
card. Oh,
do you need to spend a stress?
I
Or
do, yes.
Yeah. So mark yourself a stress, and
Yep.
what spell? Invisibility. So you're considered invisible, yes.
Yes.
Is it just until you do something that makes you invisible?
When I take an action, I have to spend a token from the card. After the last token is resolved, the effect ends. So I have
Okay.
2 tokens.
Excellent. So you're currently invisible until you choose to spend 2 tokens to do things.
Yeah.
Great. So you're invisible in a different room. So
Yep.
Is that your entire turn? Would you like to move in closer, or are you just going to hang back
I'm
and wait for it?
I'm definitely going to move in closer. Like, if there's a door that I would have to go through, I won't open the door, but
The door was left ajar as people
Okay.
were walking in. So yeah, you can creep into the main chamber where it used to have, furnaces roaring and factories happening.
Yep.
Things being built and crafted. However, is now just an empty, huge space with one guard, one leader of the guards, and one brother of yours.
Yeah.
Mr. Silver, what would you like to do?
How far away is this guy?
The guy who's just running in from the antechamber at the back is considered close, but not very close. So between 10 and 30 feet.
Can I see if he looks like he's going to be an ally or an enemy? Like, is that obvious?
He came in, he's just saying, "What have I missed? This looked fun." And
Okay.
obviously sees that his leader is still alive, and you're with the leader. You look like the guy who was guarding the door, Silver. So he seems more like an ally currently than an enemy. Despite being obviously an enemy who might know where your best place is. Silver?
I am going to try to shoot him with my crossbow.
Excellent. The time for diplomacy and secrecy has passed.
18 to hit. With
18
hope.
hits? With hope. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Is there even any point in saying these days?
I love these dice. I'm just going to say that right now.
Can a DM put dice in dice jail? That's okay. So you hit. The guy has 6 HP at full.
That's 5 damage.
5 is unfortunately under the threshold for moderate damage, so it's a single point of health. But he runs through and says, "This looks like fun," and then you shoot him, and he's like, "Ah!" And the leader looks at you and goes, "He's on our side, you know."
Sorry, he just bolted around, these
I've
people
told you, Vin, I've told you about this itchy trigger finger of yours. You need to get that under control, okay? I can sense some anxiety, some stress. I know we've just killed our friends, but it's not the first time, is it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Sorry.
So let's all just take a beat. Let's do some of our mindfulness we practiced earlier, okay? I was just gonna do a Miss Rachel there and say, breathe in the smell and blow out the candle.
He's gonna act like I'm calming down.
Yeah.
Just be like, sorry.
Okay. I'm feeling a bit jumpy myself. Okay, we've just killed some of our closest friends. Let's talk about what's happened. Okay, our friends have betrayed us. What have they said?
They were planning on attacking us while we were gonna get on the boat. So, figured we preemptively strike now before we even get to that point.
Have you had an indication about any yet? Like, are they working with anyone? Where have the other two gone?
Supposedly they're waiting for us at the island.
But we have the only boat to the island.
I have no idea. That's what I heard.
We need to get to the island and find out what's going on.
Yes, we do.
Let's go. And the one that you shot, who is eyeing you up and down as you proceed, and your leader is escorting you all the way through the other side of the factory into the antechamber, which drops down a trap door to a hidden dock with a single small boat, which would have about 6 people. Alara.
Can I sneak on the boat without them noticing?
You are a fair distance away, so let's have you spend one of the tokens as you're doing something.
Okay.
And let's have you make an agility roll to see if you can close the distance in time to get onto the boat before they do.
19 hope.
19 with hope. Well, the DC was 10. So you absolutely... So you're still invisible because you spent one of the 2 tokens, yes, which means you get 1 token left. You sneak in the boat and manage to time your footsteps just in time with Silver's in which to get on the boat. The boat rocks and, more than it should with just Silver's weight, and there's something, and then it shakes it off. And you're all on the boat. And Alara, you're uncomfortable as when you're invisible and you take your seat, the guard that was shot in the neck by your brother takes a position directly beside you. And you can hear them breathing heavily, trying to close up the hole that the crossbow from your brother made in his throat.
I am going to stay as still and quiet as possible.
Thankfully, you're considered cloaked, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because you're so good at hiding when you're still. And you successfully navigated the second encounter. The trip across the water on the boat with these people goes by without issue. They're having tense, terse conversations. Like, what is going on here? I don't know. Something's afoot. There's too many unanswered questions. Like, what were they planning? Do we know if it's still safe? I don't know if they've got to the boat, if they've got the island before us. We need this. We need this.
Let's act like we don't know what's going on, and we'll judge by any movements, or if they reach for their weapon. Obviously, we know that.
How long does your uncanny disguise last?
It's actually it doesn't say, but apparently I'm supposed to be making some rolls there.
Because this has been quite a while since you've been in character in this disguise.
Yeah.
Luckily, you weren't stressed enough to be like sweating the makeup off or whatnot. But does it say? Do you have to spend tokens to keep in character like the magic spell?
I have to spend tokens, but how do I know how many tokens I get for that?
Click the little toggle button
Mm.
that says disguise self,
That's
and
on.
it'll pop up tokens for you if you're on Daggerheart. I mean on Demiplane.
Why on the wrong? Oh, that's Alaria. Silver. Class features. Marked for death. Get in and get out. Toxic concoctions. Uncanny disguise. When you take an action from this card. But yeah, it doesn't say how many tokens, which is strange. I mean, we're level 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So should we just call it 3?
Yeah, sure.
Seems fair. And how many attacks have you made?
3, I think.
3. So, let's just say, so that we don't have to wreck on anything, that you have a single token left.
All right.
And the disguise, you feel it starting to slip. It's a short journey, shorter than you were expecting across the lake, as the guy knows exactly where he's going, he's steering for his life. And you're holding it together, you're concentrating on the disguise, you're trying to not get involved in the conversation, you're letting things play out. You're coming upon the edge of the island. Finally, the people are going to see some of the map that is in front of them. As you guys are pulling up and you are that boat and about to come to the island, you feel the disguise starting to slip.
Quick question. Would us sailing over to this island be considered any downtime?
Yes.
And how much would I be able to get back for HP?
What does it say for your downtime activity?
Let me see here.
Is it on your character sheet?
During rest, you can drop into a trance to choose an additional downtime move. And then short rest. Let's see.
It would definitely be a short rest. It's, a half an hour journey.
Yeah. Short rest. What character stuff? There you go.
Downtime.
Describe how you hastily patch yourself up, then clear a number of hit points equal to 1d4 plus your tier.
Okie dokie. So yeah, this is a short rest.
All right, I'm gonna
So
do 1d4 to see how much I can clear off.
Yeah, but of course you need to narrate as well because it's Daggerheart and you need to narrate everything.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I have a thought.
I am just gonna tear off the bottom of my cloak and start patching up some of the wounds with that just to staunch the bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
And then okay, let's see what this does first. That's a 3. And I don't know what they mean by tier. So...
that's your level.
Yeah. So
You're
the level system isn't, it's, it goes through the different tiers rather than each level mattering so much. So we're in tier 2 play.
Okay, so then that's an additional 2 that I can take off.
Wow.
So that means I'm in the clear.
Back up to full.
Yeah.
Do I regret?
God.
Do I regret?
So
no, because I know what's coming.
I would like to prepare, in case his disguise slips, I would like to prepare to possibly throw the guy next to me off the boat.
Ooh.
If I need to. And so I want to use that short rest to, I think I can take a hope in case I need that. If I'm reading it right.
When I cast a disguise, is there like a spell effect that people can see, or is it, can I just like literally throw my cloak on and just like cover myself for briefly and just recast it on myself?
is your character. How would you like to play it?
I feel he'd be able to stealthily do this, but I just don't know if it's would be.
So should we have a finesse roll with a low DC just to see if you can quickly, hastily do it in a way which makes it look convincing?
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like be fair.
Are you gonna try and keep it going?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it going. So like just basically cast a refresher on it.
Nice.
And that is hope plus that's 13.
So 13, as you said, low DC, so I was going to call it around 7, 8. So yeah, you're able to get your coat on, apply your disguise semi-magically, and go back, and your leader looks at you like, what was that about?
Like, water splashed my eye.
Well, you got to be careful. It's very salty here, isn't it?
Yeah, it burns. I'm just acting like I'm rubbing my eye.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a good natural defense for our little enterprises, but you don't want to get caught in there. So his disguise is kept on, which means unfortunately you don't get to knock someone off the boat. But it also means you get to be invisible because you've not took another action. So
Yep.
Wins all around, apart from for me, but that's A-okay. So while a little bit of time has progressed, the countdowns have gone down. So countdown A for auto discovery has gone down to 5. Countdown B for unknown thing has gone down to 15. As you come to this very edge of this very map, you're currently invisible, and as part of the crew, they jump off. You guys, elves can see pretty far. So based on that, let's reveal. Definitely not the full page just yet. Let's reveal this starting area. You guys have full vision all across the beach. You can see where it was cleverly disguised to blend in with the cliffs, as the walls have been made to look like cliff, with time and craftsmanship. The beachhead is small. It encompasses 20 feet by 20 feet space. And you guys are there on the beach where the boat is.
I'm gonna climb off the boat and walk up a bit to see if I could see anything of interest.
What you can see on the beach is just a beach with a small ramp up to the main entryway, which is a lit room over this direction.
I'm gonna look back and I'll be like, let me scout ahead. Maybe we can get, an idea if we just take a look. Just hang tight.
Let's have you make a presence check, because the leader feels like he should be doing things like this. So let's try and convince the guy who thinks he's in charge that you should take point.
Especially since you're a thug.
Yeah. And you've literally shot his friend.
Yeah. That's 12.
12.
With fear.
12 with fear.
Oh no, sorry. This one's hope.
I mean, of course it is. Why would
Well,
not?
I have my blood dice for my hope, and I have the diamond for my fear.
That's interesting. You would assume those would be the other way around, but I like that.
I've got my blue for my fear, my red fiery for my hope.
Nice. The fiery candle of hope. I like it. So yeah, you beat his score of his own presence, and you convince him that you should take point. And he's like, "Okay, you've got 5 minutes."
All right, and I'm going to start walking up stealthily as I can.
I'm going to shift on the sand and then check to see, like, are my footprints visible?
You are quite light-feeted as a rogue and an elf.
All right.
But let's have you make a finesse check to see if you're leaving much of an imprint. I mean, obviously, Tolkien elves don't make any imprint on snow or sand, but these are Daggerheart elves. I don't think they're quite as busted.
That is only a 14.
14.
With hope.
14, I would say, with a 14, you're quite naturally quite light-footed. It's dark. It's a beach. There's quite heavy footfall in this beach already.
Okay.
If you were to take a hope or a stress, you'd be able to get through without making any noticeable.
All right, I'm going to use a hope and follow him. Yeah.
Excellent.
Not split up.
You tread exactly in what you know is your brother's footprints from being on these sort of missions with him before, and sneak up exactly in his shadow, leaving no further footprints in the sand with which they'd be able to discern that there is indeed an extra person trailing them like a ghost. So, are you familiar with Daggerheart's environment rules?
No.
I believe the way it works is this whole area is considered an environment encounter, if I'm not mistaken, and they have environment actions and whatnot. Everything in the environment has the same sort of damage dice, hit point pool, and difficulty, which, would you believe, for a tier 2 environment is actually a 14. So you just meet and beat the check needed. So congratulations. So you know, whenever you roll and you're in this environment, you need a 14 to be able to succeed.
Okay.
And obviously still need to track hope and fear. This environment is considered a dynamic environment, which also then brings us to the third and final encounter, therefore the third and final list of questions for you guys. Do you think a campaign ever truly ends, or does it just transform?
So my last campaign ended. It wrapped up quite tidily. It wasn't like an ongoing thing. It was kind of railroady. It was just a mystery.
There's space for that.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was a mystery. They figured out who killed who, and so yeah, I think campaigns can absolutely end. I don't think they always do, especially if it's like a living world.
Fair, I love that. Have you ever had one which has not ended, which has just become a living world, though?
So the world I'm running in right now is a living world, so I expect this campaign will just kind of, like, there will be continuation even after it stops.
That's amazing.
If it ever stops.
I believe some campaigns do have an ending, and some campaigns, especially with good writing, can keep on living.
Absolutely. Or the third option has been all of my campaigns have simply fizzled out as people have had to read.
Yes. Yes.
I have yet to have a full campaign arc live out, gone from level 1 to level 5 or level 6 or even level 7 one time until that was the campaign I had to stop when my baby boy was born because I couldn't commit to every Tuesday night anymore. But yes, I believe campaigns can end or even transform. I have yet to just witness that for myself, other than watching other people do it.
Yeah.
Do you think character creation and what you play reveals anything about you as a person?
I believe that some people can play a character that doesn't represent themselves at all, while some do kind of play it close to the heart. So it's a little bit up in the air for some people.
Fair enough.
I think character creation reveals something about the person playing. Like for me, I don't put a lot of thought into character building. It's not something like their story comes as the campaign goes or as the one shot goes. It's not, they become somebody. They don't start out as somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a totally different concept than a lot of people that I see, that their character already is somebody when they start.
I like it. I agree. I mean, you're playing a character. It's natural to put a little bit of something into the character, I suppose, so you know what you're playing. Like, even if you're playing something who's quite different to yourself, like playing a rat folk cleric as someone who's not particularly religious, as I have before, but still had some of my same anxieties, I suppose, my same, not fully forceful and very wise personality. More intelligent but not wise. I think it comes with having ADHD, I suppose.
Yeah, a lot of my characters, when I design them, have an aspect of me. Just whether one's like, oh, this one's going to be like based on how I am as a dad, or this one's going to be based off how I was when I was in high school, or this one's going to be based off of how my business mind works, or it's all takes one part of the aspect of what I am, or what I was at one point.
It's definitely easier to play what you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone full evil at any point with a character? And how have you found that experience? If you have.
I haven't. I haven't played very much. Like, normally I'm a DM.
I mean, so naturally you played the most evil people in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
I have played an evil character in a one-shot, and it's so funny because everybody's like, "Oh, you're such a nice guy," and then everything was revealed at the end. They're like, "Oh my god, you were evil." Like, yeah.
Did you go with the? So you're the good guys of the story? You just misunderstood, or were you just like, no, I'm going to rob everyone, I'm going to kill everyone. If I disagree with someone, they're getting taken down.
No, so I played him as two-faced, basically. So everybody thought he was just this guy who was just trying to help out. I learned fears of these other like NPCs, basically, and at the very end, I used those same fears to destroy the entire village.
That's amazing. How's Theatre of Dice been in the show?
It has been ridiculously busy.
Oh.
Yeah, good busy, but busy.
Yeah, thank you very much for finding the time to slip me in then.
Yeah. Nah, it's been...
That's good, though.
We had a Comic-Con 2 weekends ago. And then we got like 6 or 7 DM hits right after that. So it just happened like really fast.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yep.
Got some good games going.
Yeah. So we should have 2 starting in May, and then I'll spread out the rest.
That's great.
Yeah.
Happy for you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
If it's okay with you guys, we'll reset the scene.
Yes.
Obviously, in terms of the viewers, it'll have been a couple of minutes, but there's nothing wrong with going over where we were again. And then we'll jump straight back into it. You lovely siblings had tracked down the breastplate that you're looking for. Grandfathers, fathers, mothers, remind me?
Fathers,
yes, of course. You tracked down your breastplate to this island here, and you successfully made it and penetrated the outer walls of the main dungeon. You're currently sneaked, and you're currently looking in the reception area. It's empty. What would you like to do?
Would anyone see if we opened the door? Like, is anyone nearby?
Using your wits and your insights, and what you can hear around you, it doesn't sound like there's anything immediately would catch you if you were to open the door and creep on through.
Okay.
Slowly open the door.
Excellent. You see in front of you a very long, narrow corridor. With rooms hopping off to your right and a way back down to the beach to your left. You can hear faint footsteps echoing from down the other end of the corridor.
Do they sound like they're coming towards us or going away from us?
Would you like to make a roll to see where you can make out?
Yeah.
So let's use our... wrote down the traits here, just to remind myself. Instinct, yes.
Oh, that's a negative
Instinct.
1. All right, let's try it.
That's fine. Could always give yourself some hope to roll with advantage if you want to. Or if you have anything in your experiences.
I don't have anything in my experiences. I'm going to spend a hope.
Excellent. So remember, with advantage in Daggerheart, you roll as normal and just add a d6.
Okay. That's 13 hope.
13 with hope. So, if you remember when we played before, we said an environment has a set DC for all sort of checks, and it happens to be 14. But because you rolled with hope, we're going to bend the DC slightly and say that you just made it.
Okay.
It does sound like they're coming towards you somewhat, but not coming all the way. It seems that they're on set walking patterns, and they're looking specifically to the room overlooking the exit to the east. If you have a look on the map, there's this little room down to the beach where you guys came in. Should you have went the beach way to try and ascend into the room. Because you came quietly from the north, they are expecting someone to come from the east. So it seems like someone is patrolling from the south room to the east exit.
Okay. I'm going to quietly tell my brother this.
Excellent. You're very, very good at whispering, very good at sneaking. There's no issues there. Don't need to make a roll for that.
Okay.
And do they curve into that nook there when they're patrolling?
They do. They seem to curve into the look out over the balcony, over the sea and the beach, and then go back to the south room. And then every couple of minutes, they're doing a little rotation. So looking down the main corridor towards where you guys are hidden in the room up there, then looking right out into the sea and at the beach, and then going back into the room.
If they once they hit that corner, I'm gonna quietly sneak up to that and try to grip him by his mouth to hold him, make an attack on him.
Excellent. Well, let's go ahead and make a finesse roll to see if you can get up there, all sneaky style.
All right.
And make your attack roll.
That's 12 hope.
12 with hope. So again, their AC is set to 14 because they're in the same environment. It would be a miss. I would say if you spend a hope, it didn't definitely hit though.
I will definitely spend a hope.
May as well. You've got that. Got those for days.
And then just roll the damage, correct?
Yeah.
+1.
Okay. See if it beats the thresholds.
So that's a 15 now.
15?
Yeah.
Well, 15 definitely exceeds the severe threshold.
Nice.
So you instantly take it down to beyond half health. You get a good hit in.
Nice.
He's still alive. He knows you're there, but I'll roll with
Right.
disadvantage, and if you can beat it, then you can go first before him. Disadvantage would be a 14. Let's just say 14. Or spend a hope, of course, and then you can just do it.
Is that for me to go again or for her to go?
Well, either of you. If someone wants to go, you have to try and beat a 14. Otherwise, he's going to turn and swing.
I'm gonna try and move up and attack.
Remember, Daggerhearts are loosey-goosey. There's no initiative system. It's just do a thing. If you feel like doing the thing, do the thing.
So the finessed. Whoa! Cool. A critical success. For the
Very
finesse to move up. Not that I had to be super sneaky since he's already kind of aware of our presence.
Oh, he's definitely aware that there's a presence, but he's busy tackling your brother. He doesn't notice you.
Yep. And then roll for damage. That's a 9 with my dagger.
So 9's in the moderate, and he had 2 hit points. So describe how you take this guy down.
So my brother is behind him with his hand over his mouth, trying to keep him quiet. So I'm going to come up in front and stab him directly through the heart.
Oof. Blood comes out of the mouth. He clutches his chest and falls down to the ground. Excellent. And with that, let's have a question, eh? Virtue signaling is virtuous. Which 3 virtues do you live by and hold dear to yourself?
Ooh, I don't think we did that one.
No,
I don't think we did that one. That one sounds promising. I mean, we have only done the ones that we've not done before, because, this is just cut straight to the good stuff. We've definitely not just retread old material at all. That would never happen, not to us. We're professionals.
That's a good question.
So what 3 virtues do you hold to and try to live by? And would you extol in your kin?
For me, I think, I don't know if I have, integrity is really big.
I agree.
Loyalty is another one, which I feel like they kind of go hand in hand, but
yeah, absolutely.
Third one, I feel like integrity covers most of the ones that I would put out there. Like, honesty is really big for me, but that, covers both with other people and with myself, but that falls under integrity. Does that make sense? So but I think integrity and loyalty are my 2 biggest ones.
Integrity is pretty broad, I would say.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because it's the same for me, which I feel it all falls under integrity, like honesty, loyalty, which is a broad one itself, as in brotherhood is something that I'm really big on.
Love that. Yeah.
And staying true to oneself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Wholeheartedly agree with all of those.
Yeah. Like knowing who you are is vastly important.
Yeah, and just because somebody comes into your life, you don't change the way you are just to fit them.
Yeah.
It's the most important thing.
Absolutely. Honesty is the only policy, and honesty starts with being honest with yourself, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's very important. Love that. Agree with all of those. Thank you very much. What, if any, is the worst example of, well, that's what my character would do, that you've ever seen at your table?
So nothing so far in any of the theater dice games that I've been a part of, but previously before, I had, oh god, there's so many, but I'll stick with one that's a little bit more tame than the other ones. So I was playing in this campaign. We met up every so often to play a game, And there was this guy who was playing a paladin.
Right. Good start.
And I firmly believe that you don't know what a person is unless they clearly say what it is. Because my character was a sailor, but he also was a rogue because he was a swashbuckler, right?
Nice. Very nice.
But instantly, the paladin guy's like, "Oh, you're a rogue." I'm like, no, because my character doesn't see himself as a rogue. My character sees himself as a sailor.
An honest to goodness pirate captain. I mean, just captain. Just
Yeah. And he just did not want to take it that way. And so when I stole an item from somebody, which was my own item that I was just stealing back for myself, and
you just borrowed them.
Yeah, he attacked me. He's like, "That's what my character would do." I'm like, "You didn't even see me do this. I rolled a 24 to steal this thing, and you rolled a 19 to see, meaning you did not see me do this." And he still attacked me.
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh my gosh." I got my revenge later. I killed him in the end. But
it's funny how it all seems to lend to PvP because my story does as well. What about you, Aaliyah?
So most of my experience was within Theater of Dice, so I haven't really had too much issue with that.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it really is. But we definitely have players who totally act in character and they do crazy things. One of the players in my campaign is a bard who literally runs into any situation. And so it has become the running joke that this is just what Sylvia would do. And so we can automatically assume that if there is danger, Sylvia is probably going to be like straight on head and going for it. And it's just everybody's literally grabbing for this one character going, "Don't you move!"
Yeah, just make sure you don't put a big red button saying "Don't press this" so everyone dies.
Exactly.
Yeah, they would definitely be the person to press the button.
Yeah. So I mean, it can work out really well too, if you've got the right group, but it can also work out really badly.
Absolutely, and sometimes someone has to spring the trap, because the DMs worked hard on preparing this trap. So
yep,
I'll give it a go. I get that. We had a similar situation with a group that I played with for fun, where as Naxu, where we had a goblin whose name was Ankle-Biter. And he bit ankles, and we're playing with the classic paladin. And one time, Ankle-Biter bit the wrong paladin, bit the wrong ankle. Sorry. So the paladin went for Ankle-Biter and chased him off, and Ankle-Biter had to leave the group, and the player had to come back with a new character in the next session.
Oh my word!
Because he was going to kill that little goblin. He was going to end its life, and the goblin would have stood no chance against this warforged paladin with the 20 AC and multiple divine smites. So it was,
man.
Because it was fun and it was a home game. It was funny, but it was also like, though they did end a character, like the character story ended then. So it was the line of what's acceptable was being pushed for sure.
Oh, I strategically waited for mine. We ended up getting jumped by a bunch of people on a beach, and they saw him as a threat. They went after him like crazy. So we killed everybody. He had 3 HP left. No more smites. No more magic. Nothing.
Nice.
And I just like, I rolled the stealth behind the paladin, and they're like, "What?" I rolled the stealth behind the paladin, and I got natural 20. Didn't see him coming, and I struck him and I ended him. And then I was like, "By the way, I quit," and then I left.
Mic drop. I like that a lot. Well, that's awesome, man. Glad you waited till he's got no smites left, because that could have been nasty.
Oh yeah, he was a huge metagamer. It was just killing the mood of the game for everybody.
Yeah. And you killed him. So
yeah.
Congratulations. Raise a glass of not being picked up by the camera. Congratulations, that's amazing. Thank you very much for answering those questions. Speaking of the beach, you guys are on an island on a beach. Siblings, elven siblings, currently in a corridor, safe as the one guard in this corridor had been taken down. The countdowns are going down by 1 as we are moving time forward.
Is there anybody patrolling on the outside of the beach?
You looking down with less frequency, but giving time, someone does come down. You see, looking out of the window, they do patrol the end of the beach, and then go back up, following the pathway you'd come in, going off into a different area from the North Beach. One person.
Just gonna leave this guy here on the floor.
Yeah, I knew exactly where that was going.
Yeah.
You don't get experience for kills, so there is no need to fight everyone.
Oh no, I think he was thinking he was going to dump him out the window.
Yeah.
No, you're above them, looking down onto the beach.
Yeah.
Is there like a closet or a desk or anything in this room in front of us?
In the room at the bottom is pretty much just a table, a chair, not really much. There's more stuff as you progress into you're very much in the opening areas here.
Okay. So I'm going to turn to Silver and be like, I don't see anywhere to stash the body.
I have an idea.
There is a C.
I'm gonna move his body in front of the door that we came in from. So if those guys come in behind us, this body's blocking the door.
Dead weight.
Yeah.
I like that. Let's have a finesse as you try and do it without attracting any attention.
My finesse is so good.
My finesse and you do have a lot of hope.
Really good. That is 16 with hope.
Wow. Is that you at full again?
Huh?
Is that you at full hope again?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. That's good. It's important.
I love these dice. They roll really well for me all the time.
Yeah.
And I feel bad sometimes, so I'll swap dice out.
Don't need to feel bad for me. There's big stuff coming later on. So you guys have took out the guard, and there's a guard down there, as you know. You see on the western edge of the corridor that you're in, slightly up from the office that you stashed the body in, there is a door leading further on. It's just, where's my reveal tool? That's that one. This door here, I don't think was picked up by the thing before.
No, it wasn't.
No.
All right.
So there's that door there. Hearing from the other door does seem to be a bit of a busier space. There seems to be 3 voices in there having a conversation. And that's all the information I want to give you without any rolls or resources.
I'd like to sneak over to the door, assuming it's closed, and see if I can listen to hear what's going on inside.
Okay, let's have an instinct again, please. See if you can
Instinct is
listen
so
through the
low.
door.
That's a 12 with hope.
12 with hope. You hear some. And you hear them talk about, with fervor and excitement, about what they've cooked up. And you hear conversations regarding your breastplate. You think of it as a priceless family heirloom, and you figured that these guys would want to fence it. They seem to have other plans, and they seem to be excited about those plans. Didn't quite roll enough to hear exactly what they were buzzed about, as there are 3 guards in the room, and the one in the know seems to be talking quieter than the other 2, and holding things back from them 2 even.
All right.
But you hear there are 3 guards in that room having a conversation about your breastplate.
All right. I'm going to back away from the door and tell Silver what I heard.
Yeah, that's going to get him a little bit more riled up. And he is going to try to sneak through the door to get closer to them.
Oh boy.
You going straight in?
I'm going straight in. I have a plan.
Okie dokie. Let's roll your finesse to see if you can sneak through the door without being caught. You know, of course, it's a 14 you have to beat because it's all 14.
I'm gonna roll as well. And
Excellent.
see about going in with him.
Actually, can I use the uncanny disguise to look like that guard that we just killed?
Of course you can. Is it a spell cast?
It's just an ability.
Yeah.
And it takes a stress though, so pop that on.
There's always some sort of cost is all. That's what I was just making sure.
It is a spell. When you have a few minutes to prepare, you can mark a stress to don the facade of any humanoid you can picture clearly in your mind.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Go ahead and mark your stress.
Yeah, got my stress marked. And my stealth in the door is not that good. It's a 12.
12 with hope or 12 with fear?
12 with fear. Oof.
Ooh.
Okie dokie.
So I've got a stealth, a finesse. It's a 16 with hope.
Amazing. So they don't know you're there. But the conversation stops and they turn around and look at you disguised as their friend. And say, "Are you on God?"
Yeah, I am. I just got something I got to tell you guys. I'm going to walk up to where I could get all three of them just relatively pretty close. And then...
I don't know what would be so important at this time of night, but sure, go in then.
I am going to spend a hope.
Well, since you're in the room, I will enlighten the room. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spend a hope to spellcast roll and conjure throwing blades that strike out at all targets within very close range.
And they're all within very close range of each other, for sure.
That's going to be a D8 plus 2 magic damage using my proficiency, blah, blah, blah. But it says damage roll is 2D8 plus 2.
Oof.
And I don't think they're vulnerable, so there won't be another D8.
No, I think it's just a case of all those bones. Automatically hit?
That's 16 damage to all.
So 16...
Oh, wait, I pulled a hit. Sorry, my bad. That is 16 also. 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits all of them, yeah. That hits all of them for sure. And the 16 damage, or was that?
No, 16 damage.
Yeah, so that immediately severe threshold to all of those. Again, leaving them on 2 HP.
And then...
That's a lot of damage, 16 times 3.
Yeah. I'm going to see if my sister's going to do anything. If she doesn't, I'm going to cast it again.
I'm going to... if I move into the area, am I going to be targeted?
Oh no, they're definitely more worried about the guy who's
not by them, but by the spell. It says all targets, so okay.
You wouldn't be in very close range. You'd be in close range, so you'd be within like 10 to 30 feet. You wouldn't be within 5-10 feet.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to move closer, but I'm not going to move in that close.
Yeah. So just sort of hovering around the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will definitely spend another hope to do it again.
Okay. Well, before you spend your hope to do it again, I'm going to spend a fear. And say that the 2 guards who are in the next room heard the sounds of from 3 of their friends and start coming to the door, weapons drawn. But they won't be there this turn. So,
Okay.
2 more guards are coming. They'll be there next turn. But for now, floor is yours.
Spend a hope again, and
another stress.
Yes, and another stress. Thanks for reminding me.
That's my job.
And I'm going to roll the hit. 14 with hope.
14 is exactly what you need on these guys, like I said. Yeah. Thankfully, all of the DCs just 14 for everything except the head guard, who is slightly higher.
Oh, all right, and see how much damage. Oh, that's good with the damage. Let me see. That's 10 damage.
So 10 is in the mid range again. So that's another 3 down and drops. Describe what happens as you kill these with a spell.
I am going to let them think that their friend murdered them, and I'm going to have this, like, just this grin of them not knowing what really is going on as they fall down and hit the ground.
I like it. Beautiful. Poetic, even.
And I'm going to roll towards this door, and I'm going to lay on the floor like I'm injured.
Nice. Towards this door at the back here, yeah. Amazing. So we were in a dining room where these 3 people were just enjoying their nightly food. You've come in and brutally murdered them, but it's good. It's fun. With that, what is one piece of fan fiction or popular culture where if the writer or someone involved were cancelled for heinous crimes would be absolutely heartbreaking for you? Like, for example, if Tolkien was cancelled. I know he said that.
I mean, that would definitely.
Yeah, he had outdated views on, he was quite xenophobic and whatnot, but I can't think that was part of because of the time he was brought up and fighting in wars and stuff. But, if he was to get full cancelled for any heinous crimes, that would ruin me and friendship.
Yeah, same. Another author that just love, well, mainly because he's a writer for D&D.
Yeah.
It's R.A. Salvatore with The Legend of Drizzt.
Yeah.
I would be devastated because that means there'll be no more books whatsoever.
No.
So,
good book too.
I think I'm the wrong kind of nerd to ask this question. I don't really have anyone. Like, I'm not that big a fan of anything. Like, I enjoy playing TTRPGs, but it's not like I'm not gaga over anyone in particular.
I think that's a perfectly acceptable and good way to be, because then you can't be hurt by anything like that.
Yeah.
You do seem to have an eclectic taste of fiction, if looking at the books behind you there. You've got books on Vietnam and
yeah. So that's my nonfiction shelf.
Nice.
It runs all the way around and loops around on the other side of the room. My fiction is behind the computer screens. My upstairs fiction, and then I've got a whole nother room of downstairs fiction.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But in that vast halls of knowledge, there's no one that you would be crippled if they were to get cancelled.
I feel like that's almost the problem with being eclectic. Is that there's always somebody else to pull from.
That's amazing.
I mean, like, the closest I come to a fandom is I really enjoyed Stargate Atlantis. But I mean, that's pretty much over and done with now. Like, it's past its time, so.
So you can move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's just really cool. So
yeah.
No problems there. Wish I could be so detached emotionally from the things that I enjoy. Well, thank you very much. Excellent answer to a lovely question, if I say so myself. Have you ever made any bad mistakes when DMing? Like, not minor mistakes, I'm talking like campaign breaking, friendship ending sort of mistakes. Or is that the bad DM that you got rid of?
Yeah, seriously. Not yet. So far people have stuck with me. As far as DMing is concerned, it's been been pretty good. We've got a really good group, and I appreciate them a lot.
That's beautiful.
Excellent. I've never really DM'd for adults, so I've only done it
well, there is your problem. Okay.
I've only done it for my daughter and my nephews. That's it. There was a role that at the end when they found out that the character that they're helping's grandfather was the one who was murdering everybody. They're like, oh, he got put under a spell that was basically going to kill him if he didn't outroll it at least once, and he just couldn't. He just couldn't roll at all above a 10. And I was like, I tried to give him a little bit of a help by giving him an extra 2 rolls, and still he just died. And my nephew was just destroyed. He's like, "Oh, I like that character." I'm like, "Oh well, he's dead." So I did feel bad, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think that's a DM mistake though. I think that's just fate.
Yeah,
I think fate wanted that nephew's character to die.
Yeah, he was just really into that character because that was like his first character he ever made. He put a lot of effort into it. So like,
did he not just say, just do the classic thing of, and he had a brother with a slightly different name and a beard?
Yeah, I told this is like, don't look at it as a bad thing. Look at it as a good thing because you get to make another character that you might be interested in. And next thing he made was a Minotaur.
Nice. Gotta love that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I already shared my story, but I did make a mistake in the first time ever DMing with a brand new player of slightly misremembering the rule on whether hand axes were weapons when thrown, and I counted it as an improvised weapon rather than it was a weapon with a range. And so would it have hit, it would have done less damage anyway. However, they rolled a natural 1 and hated it and ran off and cried and never played with us again.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was my mistake. My mistake was allowing that to happen. I should have read the room so that they were anxious about it and said, "Oh, you can have advantage or something," and just like thought I'd try and brush past it. But instead, that's what happened. So.
Yeah, that's really rough. Yeah. That's really rough. It's hard, like when you're new and you're just starting to play and you get those bad rolls. Like, especially if you're invested in your character, you're invested in the story, and then all of a sudden you're like, it didn't work. It's really hard. Like, yeah.
But I remember when I first started playing, I was so nervous. And every mistake there's not even a mistake. Every bad roll, really. Was just like, oh, dagger in my chest. Oh,
real physical pain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dude, like the first 3 games, I sucked so bad. I didn't hit anything. I kept failing everything, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then by the time I got to the 4th game, I stopped borrowing somebody else's dice, and I had my own. And I started rolling so good at that point, and I was like, oh heck yeah.
It was the dice. It was the dice the whole time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's funny because it was the paladin guy's dice.
Oh. The cursed dice of murder. Well done for sticking to it, because I've been with people who, upon failing those first few times, just called it a day and never came back to it again. So well done for sticking through it and giving it a go and then finding love and joy through it. Amazing. So, you blocked the door, pretending like you're in pain. So they come through, all swords out, ready to go. Say, what's happened? Are you okay?
And they're both standing next to each other?
They are both just coming in the doorway now. I'll open up this bit of space as you look through an open door.
I am going to do the same thing. I want to spend out and just, let me mark my stress, and just rain of blades them.
So again, posing as their friend, you mischief cast some blades and puncture them. Excellent. Aliyah, would you like to do anything while this is happening?
I'm going to move up towards them and like kind of wait to see how his attack went. And depending on how it goes, I'll jump in and attack as well.
Excellent. So roll your dice, 14 to beat. Let's go. Let's go.
It's exactly 14. On the fear side, though, again.
Yeah. Good.
This time I'm rolling. That time I'm not rolling as good, but it's okay. It's okay.
3.
And
3 fear is interested. So I'm just going to remind you guys what happens as the fear builds. There are levels to the fears you could spend, and if it gets to like 6 to 12, I can roll cataclysmic events can occur. So just bear that in mind.
Yeah, well, we're getting closer because my attack with my dagger was a 12 with fear.
So sadly, that's a miss, and it's another fear.
And that's 13 damage I did.
13 is exactly the damage threshold for severe. So again, more than half kill these 2 guys. And I'm not going to spend one of my fears to make them have an attack. You guys can go again.
I'm going to look at them like, oh, that was my bad. Just to throw them off.
What do you mean that was your bad?
I just heard the door open. Instinct. That's my fault.
None of us can do that. I'm just going to go and try and hit you. No, they're just guards. They can't cast magic blade spells.
How am I supposed to know they're lowly guards?
Because you've fought loads of them at this point. So one's a 12 plus 2. 14 to hit.
Yeah, that gets me.
14 hits. 1d10 plus 1. Massive 2 points of damage from that guy. And the second one rolled a nat 1. The first guy. So one of them looks really confident and is coming down hard with a massive upswing. But the other guy's like, hey, I've got this, and jumps in the way and whiffs an attack on you with a 2 points of damage, which I assume is just your least impactful bit of 1 HP, yeah. And the other guy gets him in his back as he was about to attack him, leaving him on 1 HP. What would you guys like to do? You've got 1 on 2 HP and 1 on 1 HP as his friends just stabbed him in the back.
I'm just going to make an attack for the guy who hit me. And this is going to be a regular attack. Ooh. And that's on the hope side. Heck yeah, that's 23.
Oh, yeah, that hits, yeah. Surprisingly. Sorry, the DC's gone up to 187.
That was a low damage roll, but it's okay. That's 8.
8? Well, 7 you needed for the first threshold, so that's that guy dead.
I'm going to take on the other guy. That's an 18 to hit with fear. And does
thank you.
15 damage.
Well, that will be his severe threshold you would have hit, but you only need to hit him once anyway. So describe how you kill these 2 guys, each of you, and finish this encounter.
I'm going to come in from the side, and as he made that terrible swing, I'm going to come in under his arm and get him in the side.
Excellent.
And I'm
knife in the side.
My guy right in his gut.
In the gut spilling everywhere, blood pouring out. But it's fine because the evil god. Because they're thieves. They're naughty thieves. So it's all good.
I'm gonna turn to Silver and be like, "Way to make the floor slippery."
Gotta have quick feet. And I'm just gonna roll over them and just move down the hallway.
Nice. So you've listening out, you're pretty confident there's no one else in this sort of area. You have a couple of doors to choose from and another beach out back. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna listen in on the first door.
The first door to the left or right? Because there's one either side. If you, I'll indicate that with just a little bit of door there. I'll show you where the doors are.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll check the right. So that looking like that little storage room.
Yeah.
I'll check the left.
So, you, Naxu, on the right, there is a storage room. It was the equipment for these guards. You can go in there. On the left is the kitchen, where these guys got their food from, in the dining room, with a pool at the back for fresh water, so you can refreshed. Should you want to eat some food and drink on their expense, or carry on, up to you. There's nothing really in there of note. And if you want to have a look what's in the storeroom to the right there, let me know.
Yeah, I'm gonna see maybe if they stored the breastplate here.
So let's have an instinct for that, please, using the perception.
All right. Let's see. That's only 9.
9. No breastplate. You do see some equipped, like manacles, some torches, rod.
A rod?
Stones. Yeah, a rod.
I'd like to check out what's in here as well.
Okay. So again, you see some equipment that would suit some guards. You got a rod. You got some manacles. A couple of jars with some interesting looking items in. What would you like to have a look at?
The rod piqued my interest in the jars as well.
And some gloves on the back there.
Ah.
The rod, you pick up the rod and you click it. You see it's inscribed with runes, and when you click the button, it's immediately suspended in rod. But it's not an immovable rod, it's a suspended rod because it's Daggerheart.
Very cool.
So do you want to steal their rod?
I'd like to click the button again and then steal it.
Excellent. So add a suspended rod to your inventory. That's what I was just doing, is getting a list of loot here from that storeroom. There's also some premium bedrolls in there if you want a good bedroll.
I don't think I want to be carrying it right now.
Anything in there catch your eye, Naxu?
Probably the jars.
The jars. There's a strange, very faintly orange-coloured dark liquid, and as you swish it around, it seems like little sparks are in the bottle. What would you like to do?
Could I ascertain what this might be?
Let's have a knowledge check for that, see if you can remember.
My knowledge is just straight flat.
Well, you know it's a 14 you need if you want to beat it.
Well, that is a 16.
16. You have found what is called a fire jar, and the pouring out the strange liquid instantly produces a fire.
Oh, I am definitely taking that. I have plans already with this.
So it's not Alchemist's fire, because it's not D&D, it's Daggerheart. It's a fire jar.
I'd like to check out those globes.
The gloves. The gloves.
Gloves or globes?
Gloves, like hand gloves.
Okay, gloves. Okay.
Yeah. The gloves have sort of reptilian scales pattern on them.
Interesting. I'm going to pass them over to Silver and say, hey, try these on.
Well, she's my sister, so I trust her, so I do it.
Yeah. You try them on in the middle of the room?
Yeah.
Nothing happens. You go like this, and you think, okay, and then you put your hand on the wall to catch your breath for a second, and you find your hand difficult to move off the wall.
No, these are awesome, but I need to figure out how to get unstuck. I'm gonna try to just like relax my hand and try to pull it back.
You come unstuck. You've found some gecko gloves which allow you to climb vertical walls as if you were a gecko.
This will come in handy for sure.
Nice. And that's the magical loot you can find in this Thieves Guild storeroom.
Is there any like weaponry or like better armor or anything in here?
It isn't where they keep their weapons and armor.
All right.
It was just sort of useful useful objects, but not quite valuable enough to stick into a vaulted treasure room somewhere deeper in, you think.
All right.
So we'll continue down this hallway, and I want to hit that next door on the right.
Okay.
The door on the right. A listen, see if I hear anything on the other side.
On the door on the right, you can't hear much of anything.
Okay.
But you hear the remnants of a fire. Nothing really. Doesn't sound like there's anything in this room in particular.
Alright, I'm just gonna pop open the door and peek inside.
You see the main dining room of the whole complex. You see tables and chairs laid out. You see the remnants of a fire in the hearth at the back, and it's currently unused. This is the main communal space of the area, but they're all currently on guard, so it's currently unused. It's just a big dining room.
Awesome. I'm just gonna close that door. And is there another door on the left before that door in front of us?
There is another door on the left.
All right, I want to take my ear to that door.
You don't hear anything.
And then I'll slowly open that one as well.
Yeah. This is the area where the bedrooms are. Again, currently unoccupied.
All right. Now close that.
Before you close that door, I want to go in and look around and see if there's any kind of like journals or notebooks or anything that might have information about what they're doing.
Very nice. Very nice. Go ahead and roll a instinct.
Ooh, that's an 11 with fear. Getting pretty high on those fear. I would like to use one of my hopes to re-roll that.
Excellent, you can do that.
All right, that's a 14 with hope.
14 is what you needed. So you're rifling through the bedrooms as quickly and quietly as you can. And you do pass one which looks like a bedroom from the outside, but as you open it, is actually a jail cell. A jail cell which had one of the people dressed like a guard. One of their own friends, who seemed to be some sort of deserter, was hung up on the manacles. A corpse in disrepair, and you check through its pockets, and you don't see a notebook or anything. You see a scrap of paper, and as you unfold it, you see the design of an automaton. It looks akin to a Roman soldier, completely out of metal. Its chest, its entire chest piece, is your breastplate.
I swear under my breath and then bring that out to Silver.
He's just gonna spit at the ground. Great. We got to get this back before they do anything else with it.
And with that, the countdowns are now at 3 and 13. 3 for something happening, 13 for automatic alert. You don't know what happens on a 3 currently. You are confident, after fighting the 5 guards down there and the 6 guards were the ones that you killed, in this sort of south area, you feel like you've cleared out everyone. You feel like more stuff is happening to the north of the compound.
I'm going to turn to Silver and be like, I feel like we may have missed some information back in those other rooms. Do we want to backtrack and go check those out, or do we want to keep going?
I'll trust your instinct on this. Let's go back.
Feel like we can go a little bit faster now.
Yeah.
Where would you like to head to?
Let's head back over to towards where we entered the area and check out those rooms that we missed. Last thing I want is something coming up behind us.
So, where you killed the guard who was patrolling, there was a back door to one of the rooms further in to the center of the compound.
Okay. Would we have found that?
It was difficult to find, as it was disguised to look like part of the wall. But I'd say since you're not currently pressed for time, you can have a look around, looking for clues as you are. You're able to discern that there is a hidden door going further into the center of the compound.
Okay.
Around here. Yeah, but in that room there, north of it. Are you going through? Are you looking through? Are you listening through? What would you like to do?
Listening first.
You do hear the sound of footsteps in that room. Only 2 footsteps, a single guard in the main corridor.
I'm going to spend 3 hope to remove 2 of my stresses.
Excellent.
And then I'm going to get some of these dead guys' blood, just wipe some on my face and on my shirt. And I'm going to start stumbling in.
Very nice. Still pretending to be the other guard?
Am I still stealthed?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, my disguise would have dropped already, but I'm just trying to. I'm hiding my face, and I'm trying to just stumble towards them.
So you make it through the door described as a wall, and you see another corridor with more bedrooms either side, but one guard at a table stands up, patrols, sits back down, stand up, patrols, sits back down. You go through, and he says, "Hey, what's up with you? Have we got intruders? Should I sound the alarm?"
And
you see there's a bell on his table that looks like quite a formidable bell. If you give that a ring, it would sort of raise the alarm for everyone.
I want to walk towards him and just grip his arm so he can't reach that bell, and then plunge the dagger into him.
Excellent. Let's have an attack roll. With advantage because you're grabbing him.
Oop.
Lieu, is there anything you would like to do? Sorry, there's a fly in.
I'm going
14.
to see how Silver's attack goes and then jump in if need be.
So 14 hits?
Yeah. And see the damage. That's 14 damage as well.
13 is the severe threshold, so 3 hit points brings him down to 2, as we know. Aaliyah, you've got 2 hit points. Did you want to?
Yeah, I'm definitely going
Try and
to.
clear?
That's a 14 with fear again.
So you do hit, but I do get another fear, and now I have 7.
Yeah, and that's
I
only
feel like I might
12
start
damage.
using them. 12 damage is enough to kill him.
Okay.
How do you kill him?
I'm going to come up alongside and just straight up stab him,
Nice.
making sure he falls away from that bell.
Excellent. He does fall to the chair he was sat on with a thud, and then slopes down to the ground. And with that lovely image, have you ever had to remove anyone from a session or a campaign? If so, why? If not, how would you broach that?
So this is something that we actually do for a theater of dice. If we have a player that isn't working out in a campaign for whatever reason, we don't expect the DM to remove them. We step in and do it for them. Yeah. So it could be something as simple as their schedule isn't meshing, and we need to find them a campaign that they can actually play in consistently. Mm-hmm. It could be something that's a lot more, rules breaking. We had somebody who was really making some jokes that were making people uncomfortable, and after being spoken to a couple times, wasn't following through with what we were suggesting. They back off on, mm-hmm. And realistically, it's really simple. You say, "Hey, man, we're not the right group for you," and typically they walk away with no hurt feelings. But we're prepared, Naxu's head of HR, and he gets to be the bad guy and say, hey, this isn't a good fit for you, and, you're not a good fit for us if need be.
Excellent. How have those conversations with Naxu? Only good, I imagine.
They're always understanding. That I've never had anybody snap on me. But I also think everybody's terrified of me at the same time. So.
That's good.
Comes in handy.
Healthy dose. Yeah.
They jokingly say I'm the dad of the group. So when it gets out of Aaliyah's hand and gets into mine, they know that shit hit the fan.
Yep.
That's good. It's good you have that respect and that reputation. That's good. I've luckily never had to have that situation because I've only ever played with my very good friends. And the community hall group that I run every second Tuesday, everyone, because it's just sort of people in the local community, everyone's very understanding, very welcoming. Everyone really wants to build each other up, and I've never had anyone. I'd like to think as a teacher by trade I would know how to deal with that, but luckily I've never had to, and long hope for that to be the case.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
But if anyone steps out of line next to, I'll get in touch.
Just give me a call.
Thank you so much. So, you guys have dominated the southern and the central part of this area. You have a single door separating you and the final room. I have 7 fear. So what happens is this. First of all, the countdown goes down. So we've got a 2 and we've got a 13. But the 13 is no longer relevant because what happens is I'm going to spend all of my fear. You take down that guard and he hits the ground with a small thud. You wait for a second. There's no sound. You hear voices. A few voices. You hear one dominant voice saying, things are too quiet, I don't like this. Come with me. And you hear a few of his sort of foot soldiers come with him. You can hear about 4 guards in the next room, the head guard and 3 of his lackeys coming towards you. They're going to be there next round. What would you like to do?
Yeah, okay, I'm spending a stress to disguise myself like this guard. And I want to place him down flat on the ground so you can't see his face.
But I'm going to remind you there are bedrooms just behind you as well. So do you want to do anything with those?
I am going to.
You don't have to.
So I'm going to suggest my sister to hide in the back while they're distracted.
So I have the ability to do a spellcast roll and on a success, mark a stress and become invisible.
Go for it. It's 14 to beat.
Yeah, that's an 11.
And you always have the opportunity to give yourself hope and roll with advantage.
I'm full on hope, so I'm going to go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a d6. All right, now I have to math. That's a 16.
Well, that was definitely... So you're invisible. Excellent.
Yeah. I'm still going to back up into that room, but I'm gonna stay where I can jump out if I need to.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Excellent. The door swings open, and the head guard and the 3 lackeys come in and look at you and go, "What's happening? It's too quiet. I don't like this."
Somebody came in from the south. I took him out. He's laying down on the ground. If you want to come in, I think there's somebody else over in this way. I'm trying to let them come down the hallway so they pass the room where my sister's in.
He says, "You two east, you two west," and he says, "Who's this? Who's from the south? Is it them?"
And so as they get super close to me before they start to separate, I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing to everybody else, and just cast Rain of Blades right on top of them.
Why not?
So let me mark my stress.
On all of them,
all of them.
Yes, so it's a 14 on all of them, except the head guard is slightly more powerful.
Higher.
So yeah, it'd be a 16 to hit him.
Oh god, that's really good. Okay, that's they're both 10s. So
that's a critical hit.
There you go. My brain was not processing those words in my head right now.
Excellent.
And then I'll roll my damage.
Yes. So, very critical hits worth on Daggerheart is just like explosive crit rolls. So you take the maximum. So you roll it. So say if you roll in 2d8s, which would add up to 16, you take 16, and then you roll and add that to the 16.
Oh shit! Okay,
so
that's gonna be a lot of math.
So what's the maximum you could roll?
16, because it's 2d8.
Okay, so it starts at 16, which is already the severe threshold. So let's mark off 3 hit points straight away, so they're already half dead, if not before. So see if you can beat the next round of thresholds and instantly kill them.
Okay, so that's 16, and then you got 10 for the next one.
So 10.
Yeah.
So all of the flunkies are dead, as you've done 5 hit points of the 5 hit points. The head guard is still alive with 2 hit points.
At that point, my disguise just drops, and I'm gonna give him the most evilest grin I possibly can.
Nice. The spotlight's gonna be on him as you've instantly killed all of its friends, and the pure rage. You shout a rallying cry to no one as everyone's dead, and tries to hit you with a massive meaty whip with a +3 modifier. Does a 14 hit?
Yes, but can I use my armor to make him not hit?
Yes.
So let me mark that I used that. Because that gives me I believe how it works. I add it to my evasion, right?
I think you add your armor to reduce the severity of the attack.
Because my armor's 3, so it drops the attack by 3. Is that how that works?
Let's Google Let's not Google because I'm already on the thing. Daggerheart rules for armor. So your evasion and your armor are different. So I believe the way armor slots work on Daggerheart is if you spend one armor slot, you reduce from a severe to a moderate, or from a moderate to a minor injury. If you use 2, you reduce it from a severe to a minor.
Okay, so it doesn't like prevent it from hitting
No.
me. Okay.
So it says the example used, Quinn, 12 is major damage, so I'll mark an armor slot and only take a minor damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'll wait to see if I'm going to use it then.
So wait to see what number he rolls before you mark off how many you would mark off. So it's
Yeah.
D10 plus 3, so it'll be 10 points of damage.
Yeah. If he's doing 10, that would make it into the major, which I'll drop it down to the minor with my armor.
Yeah.
And I'll
So you just take
damage.
one point of damage from that. Nice. And because I used all of my fears to make them auto-detect you, I have none left. So, Aaliyah, is there anything you'd like to do?
I'm going to do the Rogue's Dodge, which is spend 3 of my hope to gain a +2 to my evasion.
Very nice.
And that's, let's see, a +2 bonus, making that a 14. Can I still attack?
Yeah.
All right. Then let's roll with my dagger. 22 fear.
22 with fear, so it's a success and it hits, but I get 1 fear back, which is something.
And that's only 11 damage.
You say it's only 11 damage, but he had 2 hit points remaining, and
All
that
right.
is in the moderate range, so you do 2 points of hit damage. So describe how you kill the head guard.
So I come swinging out of that back room and get him right in the back of the neck, and
Nice.
turn to Silver and be like, "Why am I the one taking all the guys out?"
What? I look at all the bodies just around me.
I love that. Excellent work.
Let's search the bodies.
Yeah.
Before you do,
Oh no.
if there was a blanket ban on TTRPGs, harkening back to like a Satanic Panic era, but if they were like, right, all TTRPGs are ended right now, how would that affect you and what would you do instead?
Are we talking America or worldwide? Because like
Yeah, you could just move. I'm guessing worldwide, otherwise the question breaks down.
that would really make things very interesting because like our entire business model is based around TTRPGs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to make our own syndicate, run it on the black web,
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely have to charge
Underground.
more.
I don't.
It
There
would be the
are like
theater of dice. It'd be the cloakroom of dice.
seriously.
Yeah.
There's like right now there's like 85 million Dungeons and Dragons players alone worldwide. So I feel like we'd still have a pretty good market even in the black market.
Yeah, the scarcity would just increase the profits.
Seriously. We definitely need to hire on somebody who's a little bit better with tech. Hiding tracks and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Change the business model, but stick to it. I like it. Yeah. I think I'd have to just be like a jock again, get back into soccer. Thank you very much. What is the point of TTRPGs for you? Why do it? Why bother? Why spend your free time doing this?
It's community and it's theater for me. Like the mix of the two really
Beautiful.
gives me what I need.
For me, it's basically helping to create a story. And as a writer, I love stories. I play my video games. I play it for stories. Anything I watch, I play it for the story. I watch it for the story.
Yeah.
It's very story mainly for me, but the community is also something that I do love. Which when I first started this, I didn't even think I was going to.
Yeah.
I literally was like, I'm just gonna meet some people, whatever. I don't really care. And then as we started growing, it's like, no, I actually do. I didn't think I was that guy that I would actually care. But every time somebody gets like they message something on Discord, like, oh, this happened today, or oh, we're gonna plan this today. I'm like, oh, heck yeah, I hope that goes well for you. And I get super excited seeing them get excited.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, beautiful answers for both of you. Can't say anything more than that. Absolutely. Thank you very much. You're looting the bodies and you find they're just guards. They have some swords. The head guard did have something nice, which I've closed, so that was silly. Because I had to get the questions out. So this bit will be cut out as I go back to the loot. The guard had in his pocket a couple of potions.
Oh.
A health potion, a stamina potion, an armor stitcher, which you can pour onto armor and repair it, and a major stride potion, which would give you +1 to your agility until your next rest. How would you like to dish those up?
So I don't need the health potion right now, Silver. But I'll rock, paper, scissors you for the agility one.
Deal. Let's go. Rock, paper, scissors, go. I knew it.
All right,
I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
So you're taking the +1 to the agility. And which of those potions would you like to take next to? You've got a health potion.
That health potion for sure. I already had two HP down.
Okay. So the health potion, you swig it and you can restore 1d4 + 1 HP. So if you have a d4 on you.
I do.
Yeah.
And...
roll that, add 1, and add those HP back.
So if I roll like a 2, I get 2 back. Or technically 3 because it's +1, right?
Yeah.
I might save this potion then. Not take it right now.
All right.
And as I say, the stride potion just gives you a +1 bonus to your agility till your next rest. So I should imagine
I have the agility, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the armor one. Do you want the armor one?
Yes,
you take more of the hits.
There's an armor stitcher which you pour on and it repairs your armor.
Yeah, I'll take that.
All right.
And a stamina potion, what that does is clear 1d4 but stress instead of HP.
I have 2 stress right now.
And I have the ability to spend 3 health to clear 2 stress.
Do I have that?
I'm
I don't think I have that.
Yeah,
so
this one's for the assassin specifically, yeah.
Yeah, then I'll take the stress one.
And then I'm gonna drop 3 health to drop my 2 stress that I have on me right now.
Excellent.
And how many stress does it clear?
D4 +1.
All right. I'll wait on that. I'm gonna grab one of the swords as well.
It's just a short sword. Go ahead and add a short sword to your inventory.
You said this guy had a whip, right?
The guy has a big whip, yes.
I'm gonna take his whip.
So the big whip is a +3 to hit, and it does a D10 +3.
Okay, and that's not.
It's not magic. It's not magic or anything. It's just a big leather whip. Because he was the guy in control, and he had to whip his minions. Because it was a phase. So, with that, the countdown goes down to 1. And at this point, I'm going to reveal what the countdown is, and I'm going to let you guys make the choice, because it's going to be narratively interesting. The countdown is for the automaton made out of the armor of your father coming, the runes, runic magic sealing and locking into place, and that coming into play. So the countdown's at 1, which means you would have 3 rounds, essentially, 3 6-second rounds before that countdown clears and that automaton comes to life. You have 2 rooms, one to the north and one to the west, which you haven't yet looked in. What would you like to do? Would you like to wait that countdown out, let the automaton come to consciousness and fight it? Would you like to make a run for it and take a gamble on whether it's in the north or the west? As you wouldn't really have time to be able to scope it out and look in before it comes to life. This, as I say, the breastplate, the central cog of this whole machine is the breastplate you want. Otherwise, it's got a head, 2 arms, 2 legs, and a big mace.
Silver, do you think there's any way we can take control of it?
No. If it's already being done on its own, there's no way for us to have time to be able to try to intercede to take control of it.
You have about 18 seconds to sprint into one of the rooms to grab that breastplate before it comes to try and kill you.
You want to split up?
Yeah, I'll go north, you go west.
All right.
All right.
One of us is going to die.
I'm going to book it north.
You're booking it.
I'm going as fast as I can to the west.
So let's reveal the area north and to the west. So that's the west, and that's the north. First of all, Naxia, you book it to the north. You see a vast treasure room with 6 runed doors, each containing a different piece of loot. After you've grabbed one, the rest will explode as the rooms on the floor trigger. You don't know what's in each. You've got 6 rooms to choose from. It's each 6 individual pieces of loot for me to choose. The west, as you run down the corridor, could you please make an agility roll to see if you beat it? I'm going to remind you.
Using a hope.
You're going to use a hope to give yourself advantage.
Yes.
I have one fear. I'm not going to spend it on this because it's too cataclysmic to count for one fear. So it's just going to be a straight up roll against it to see if you beat the clock and you manage to get this breastplate out before this automaton comes to life, Elia. So no pressure. I'm going to remind you, in Daggerheart there's a thing called a colossus, which is essentially each arm, leg, head has a separate stat block and can all do separate things. It's essentially fighting 5 enemies in a single enemy.
Yo, check out my roll.
Is it a crit?
It's a critical success.
Ooh.
With 12. 12s!
With double 12.
Double 12s and a 5 on the D6.
That's amazing.
I mean, if there's not a more fitting end to this character, Karen one-shot. With your footsteps echo with the cries and cheers of your ancestors as you sprint and just reach out a hand, rip the breastplate from the front of this automaton's chest as the runes snap in a big purple arcane glow and then subside as the mechanism holding it all together has been removed. You successfully secure your father's breastplate. and Naksu. Which of the 6 things would you like? 1, 2, 3 in the north, 4, 5, 6 in the south. I'll tell you which you managed to grab before you.
3 is my lucky number. Let's go with that.
Okie dokie. You run in a room, the 3rd room to the north, on the far northeast side. You run in and you grab what looks like a normal flare, but something about the flare seems hopeful. You found what's called a hope hold flare, where within any allies, when you use the flare, within close range, roll a d6. When they spend a hope on a 6, they gain the effect of that hope without spending the hope. You got a hope hold flare, so you can add that. And should you ever play these characters again for whatever reason, you can use that. Or you can take note of that item to give out to your friends at a different time. The rest of the runes explode in hellfire, and the whole treasure hall lights up, melting the items within. You did it. You successfully saved your fathers by a breath. On that, we'll finish with a couple of lovely questions. Thank you so much for taking part. I hope you enjoyed that one shot.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Are you a little bit sad you didn't get a fight at the Colossus though? A tiny bit.
Maybe a little bit, but at the same time, like, that was epic.
It was.
I could not, like, that roll could not have gone better.
This is a lovely storytelling question for our writer here to end up on. So, what is a storytelling trope that you think TTRPGs, fantasy TTRPGs, rely too heavy on, and what would you replace it with?
Obviously, that we meet in a tavern is overutilized, and I understand why it's used because it's simple, it's easy, and it's quick. But there's multiple ways you can do this. Like, let me go off with what Aaliyah did, which was when she did it, I was like, oh yeah, that's the way to start this. And we literally all just started coming into a town that was being attacked. And what did we do? We just jumped in and helped. And with that, that kind of just banded us together in itself. And that was great.
Sylvia walked right into danger.
I love that. I agree. The taverns are fine. Everyone likes a tavern. But there are other things too.
Yeah.
What about you, Aaliyah? Any trope too tropey?
I think sometimes the sexualized bard gets overused.
Yeah.
And it makes people really uncomfortable. I ran a one shot recently that used it, where it was a bunch of half humans, and they were all getting together looking for their father figure. And it was all the same guy. So it's usable, but I think it gets overused.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not gonna lie, I did play a horny bard character once, but it was the jumping off point was that he was a horny bard, and it was horny because he was a wannabe rock star, and he thought that's how you had to live the life until he found, there was a better way, and he grew and learned from it. So the base at level 1 was horny bard, and then he matured and grew as the campaign went on.
Totally.
Well, the final question I have for you, of course, is why should my subscribers and followers become Theatre of Dice subscribers and followers, and where can they find you, or what can they find you doing?
I'll leave it to you.
So Theatre of Dice is trying to be very different. There are other groups out there that are safe, that are affirming, that are amazing communities. Most of them are open to anyone who wants to join. Mm-hmm. We limit how many people can join. And by doing that, everyone is guaranteed a game.
Yeah, that's so important.
Yeah. So when you come in, you're coming in because we have open spots available. And it's everybody automatically has a place. They already have a role that they can play, that they already have their character that they can fall in love with and join, and do it in a safe and welcoming environment.
I love that. And what sort of content do you produce in that? What do you get up to?
So primarily, we provide resources for DMs who want to run campaigns. We have a variety of systems for one-shots, lots of different kinds so that people can kind of dip their toe in the water and see what they like. We are currently running Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder campaigns right now, but we have a Sentinel Comics campaign opening up.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty quick here. So I'm excited to see that one. That one's going to fill up really fast. And then on top of that, we also share our Echoes of Strife campaign on YouTube at Theater of Dice, and various short videos from different campaigns that have been running.
Amazing. Love that. Make sure you check that out, guys. These guys have been a lot of fun and very patient and understanding, and I've severely enjoyed having you guys on the channel and having you guys go for this adventure with me and this encounter and answering my questions. Thank you so much, both of you.
This is definitely the best interview I've ever done.
This was fun.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
It was so nice. We did it twice.
Yeah. There was no way I was not finishing this game.
Well, I can't ask for any better phrase than that. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. Honestly, it's been a blast. You've answered the questions amazingly, and what better way to end than with double 12s, critical success to rescue your grandfather's breastplate. What an epic moment! Thank you so much. Thank you all for watching too. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Who knows who the next one will be and how long the future that will be, but I hope you guys can join us on that adventure too. Thank you to Leah. Thank you to Natsu. Thanks to everyone for watching. Much love. All the best.
Take care.
Bye-bye.